some internet points, I guess.
Hello and welcome to Dungeons and Dragons on time.
Oh, you weren't kidding.
I know. Look at
I
that.
thought we had like a 10-minute
No. None of that. Oh, I didn't mess with the windows any. I hope you guys are somewhat
Like,
straight.
none of that.
Somewhat. Let me fix this real quick. Almost. I got a window in front of Eric's face. Let me fix that. There we go. Okay.
You need to see me anyways.
Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons night, Friday night. It's D&D night. That's all I got. Anything
That's
else?
all you got.
Oh, we should be talking about how we're on time today. Some more. That's exciting. Isaac's face is a little crooked. Let me fix your face, Isaac.
Yeah, fix
I don't know
my
why
face.
I have to change this every time. I don't understand. I have to adjust the. Do you have to do this too, Isaac?
Remember, Isaac, no curse words.
Every week.
Yeah.
That's right. This is a family-friendly D&D channel. We only
God.
slaughter demons and the occasional human.
And we
Anyone-
only drop F-bombs.
anyone ever watch,
every few months.
Anyone ever watch Superstore?
Yeah.
It was like an NBC show. So one of
No.
quick thing. So there was a an episode, something to do with breastfeeding. And so all these moms came in and they were like sort of a what do you call it? Like a picket kind of thing, but they were all bringing all these breastfeeding moms in because something happened anyways. And anyways, this mom comes in. It's like Halloween. And she's like freaking out. Like, think about my kid has to see all this. And he's like standing there in his Halloween costume with like a decapitated head on his spear. Blood dripping down. That's my YouTube channel.
Wow. That's funny.
All right.
I thought you were talking about that crazy cartoon show, Super Jail.
I don't know that one.
Oh man, that
I
show
love
was
that one.
nuts.
Yeah, it was.
What an acid trip that show is.
Hey, William. All right. So, last time, the last few times, you guys are on an epic quest.
Oh yeah, I better launch the game, man.
Our bumbling heroes, I come up with a new adjective every time, have tranced their way into, or tranced, have charged their way into the town of Natasha. This is the
Tranced.
lizard folk capital, as far as I know. And the town is under siege by the Empire. The reason they tried to sneak in, and did sneak in under the sewers, is because the lizard folk have just obtained a very powerful artifact, the Eye of Tristes, one of the Eyes of Tristes. And their mission was to go retrieve that before they do something with it that, they don't know. And so you did. You snuck in. You made your way through the sewers. You have popped your head up out of the sewers. You took a little bit of a breather, which might have been a mistake because the army of the Empire, who was already working on the sewers, followed in behind you. And they are now storming through the town. So as we left off, you guys had a bit of a fight, a scuffle. More than a scuffle. Quite a scuffle.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
In the on the main street here, along with you and some lizard folk, just some lizard folk town guards, and a bunch of Empire human, black armored, proper soldiers. You can see from where you are right now, you're in the middle of Natak. This is, as you see it here down the road, where you guys were going, you can just see the some of the spires of the keep, just down that road. If you're maybe a 10-minute run or something like that.
Yeah.
However, as we left off, these two, there was two more lizard folk that are alive that were helping you fight these humans. They ran down around this bend here, and one of the monks from the church that you guys were that you helped out warned you that there are more coming from this direction.
Okay.
So, the party is up here, somewhat collected. You left your buddy Torque back in an alleyway back this way. So you have a choice to make. Do you go save Torque and risk confrontation, or do you just book it to the keep?
We
No,
don't
we're
think
booking it to
we
the keep.
saved Shiro.
Well, I did.
Shiro
say
is on
to
the ground,
lizard-
unconscious. Jack has picked him up and hoisted him over his shoulders.
Tried.
The music is exciting. What's happening?
We're running to the keep.
Forgetting Torque?
Yeah, we
I
gotta
did-
forget
well,
about Torque.
I did yell to the lizardman, "Hey, can you bring him?"
Yeah, he did yell.
Yeah.
You
I
did yell.
and when-
Okay.
Whether or not they
Yeah.
So
listen to that.
at that point, yeah.
Okay, so we'll do this. You got probably about a 10-minute hike to get to the keep. As you're sort of frantically looking at each other and deciding what you're doing, you can hear a lot of commotion happening, especially back on this side of town. You can just hear You hear swords clashing. You hear screams, and it seems like it's more than just this little spot where the humans are coming through. So we're gonna do this sort of like a remember the little skill challenges back in the day.
The stream is smoother than the Discord video call.
Yeah, my streams are holding together today. Is Discord getting all chunky?
It seems
Looking okay to me. So what you guys will do is we'll sort of roll if we're going to do a run down the street. So you run into the keep. If you have any bright ideas about how of ways of getting there better, then you can throw them out, skill checks or whatever you want to do. But we're basically just going to make some checks trying to get you into the into the keep. Let me fix my title on Twitch. I forgot to change that. Whoops. I see things are going too smooth.
Title's wrong?
The title on YouTube's right. The title on Twitch is wrong. Oops.
So no one has any way to wake up Shiro?
A dragonborn paladin?
I would if I could heal him.
You gonna
But
spit fire at him
no,
and then
not-
smite him? I guess it depends on what kind of dragonborn you are.
There we go. Okay, all good. Fixed. Thank you, William. Or John. Thank you, John.
John.
All right. So, first round, you guys are just gathering your thoughts. I need everyone to. I need a strength check from Francisco, from Jack, but everyone else, I need some dex rolls just to get running.
Oh,
Okay.
Again, in this time, we're gonna do a few rolls here. In this time, if you have some sort of ideas that you want to try to, this is sort of like a group roll. So if you have something that you think can help the situation, then spit it out. It'll lower your DC. But you're just running down the road. You hear screams and all kinds of stuff from the right.
Do I see any of the priests? The
hey, it
monks?
said a dragonborn paladin. I saw it.
You saw one that popped his head out for a moment over this way, down by the corner, down by the blacksmith. But he went back again.
So I don't see anyone right now.
You don't see him right now. You just see the two lizard folk that were fighting with you running this way.
I rolled an 18.
Okay, you easily hoist Shiro on your back and start booking it.
This is the dex check.
Yep.
13.
12, because I'm negative 1. I guess, can I actually help Francisco, or is that just going to actually hinder him because I'm so weak?
Francisco looks like he's got him all right.
Okay.
The way he
With that
hoisted him
roll,
up, it seems like, yeah, he doesn't seem to be having a problem
Fireman
with him.
carry.
I think I got him.
Yeah.
I think I got
You're
it.
just gonna
Starts
follow
shooting
behind,
at
just
him.
like holding
I
his
know,
hand,
that whole
thinking
18
you're
gave my
helping.
voice just like, I think I got him. Yeah.
He can go pick up his sword or something.
Like a little kid who's like, "Let me help you with that box," and you're like, "All right, you grab that side."
What's missing? I'm missing David's roll.
Uh-oh.
Shouldn't have to worry about his decks. His decks like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
It's good enough
You
though.
say that.
All right, so you guys start tearing off down the road, and you get to an intersection, and as you cross that intersection, you can see to the right there is some sort of storm drain, a sewer grate that has opened up, and there was Empire folks pouring out. You do have a few lizard folk that are there that are starting to close in to try to.
You mean this grate right here that we were just next
No,
to?
no,
I
this-
can't see my character.
We're not using Talespire right now. Click on your name.
okay.
Oh, okay.
It's not there yet.
If you click on your face, it doesn't show up.
My
don't
face
know.
isn't showing up at
I
the
don't know
top.
where you are. Where's your character at? Let me toss you back out there.
Where's this character? Yeah.
There you go.
I don't see any of the models, but
Click your name again. Oh, that didn't work either. Okay, I had to reset all this stuff.
Oh. there I am.
Okay, there you go.
I see everyone now.
Okay, so you've got a group of soldiers to your right. Of course, you have the keep straight ahead. You start to see some civilians that are starting to pour out of the buildings and the shops and stuff, and everyone's kind of making their way towards the keep. And those soldiers that are around the corner there seem to be, they're not going to survive the fight if it's them versus the Empire. You've got 8, from what you can see right now, Empire that are pouring out of that grate against the 4 lizard folk. One lizard folk seems to be a caster. But what do you want to do?
I guess we're gonna. We just need to book it. We need to like
Yeah.
get up there as fast as possible.
Okay.
Agreed.
Do the lizard folk look? What do they look like? They look as far as their morale.
Scared. The soldiers look scared. The townsfolk look terrified. And yeah, everything's kind of going on at once, so everyone seem a bit panicked.
Okay, so as we run by, not stopping for long, I look down, see that they're scared, and say, "Have no fear. Malgrim is with you." And I keep running.
Okay.
Who is with you?
Malgrim.
Roll me a what'd that be?
Oh, to increase their morale?
Yeah.
Straight charisma.
Yeah, roll me a charisma
snap.
check.
The battles will the battle tide will change. Just by him saying that.
Cool.
Jeez,
Okay.
man.
It's loud.
Plus 4, so
Okay.
6.
It's loud around here, so you don't get a response from them.
I say,
You get
"But Malgrim!"
one of the old ladies that's running out of the shop looks over and says, "What do you know of Malgrim?" And just keeps on running.
She stopped
Oh,
and said that.
Wow.
I say, "Eat it!"
She's insulted that you even mentioned the name Malgrim.
Wow.
All right. If you keep on running, there's no need for a roll. You make your way up. In fact, let's change here over to a new board. I'm excited about this one.
Oh man.
Get to let's go to where is it? Castle is the name of it.
Hassle.
Do I see any other, like, as we're running, just let me know if I see any more grates that are in our way, not out of the way.
You don't have anything that's directly in your way. The last one you get to here is you're getting here straight here. One thing you notice as you are getting very close to this castle here, you start hearing explosions, like almost the sounds of like fireballs. Like you're quite familiar with what a fireball sounds like, almost like that, but it sounds more kinetic, to use a space game term. Like you hear like explosions and things hitting things, and you start hearing a lot of that, even more so as you're running in here. Now, as you get to the castle here, which is where we're at right now, there is
more Gothic exterior.
there is just loads and loads of civilians getting just funneled into this place. There's guards all around. To your right, which isn't actually shown up here, but over to the right, you can see there is dozens of Empire folks, and they're all kind of gathering and seem to be in one spot outside this castle. Now, the castle here that you're at, you've seen this before it's on the outside wall. The far side is the east wall of this place. You can kind of see if you pan the thing around, you can see that it's on the wall.
Yeah.
And this is the wall, and then you've got a small wall up front here, which isn't going to do much. And, oh, check this out. Oh, the gates are open. I want them to be closed because I want to show this off. Come on. Yeah, look at that.
Seems like the corner of the building.
The gates are closed, but now they're open. Okay.
Oh wow.
So
Blaine's like, "What? Oh, okay, go."
so you guys are funneling in. You can see all the hags that are in the street here that you guys see in front of you. These are peasants. You've got a bunch of lizard folk. It's just kind of all disorganized right now, but you've got a whole bunch of soldiers, and the ones that are in the purple robes appear to be mages of some kind, lizard folk mages, and they're just doing what they can to sort of assemble, really, while they're here.
I will say I don't know if you did it on like purpose because I'm knocked out, but I can't see anyone.
You messed up.
I
too.
can't see anyone.
I made a reset, you guys. I tried to fix this and make it work, but
Yeah, all I see is the castle. I don't see anyone.
all right, let's go with Gothic Castle.
Do any of these look like they could be a healer?
Any of the lizard folk?
Yeah.
Ooh, nighttime.
Nighttime.
I don't know. You'd have to roll a perception to be able to tell if you knew what a healer would look like. Oh yeah, reset all my stuff. Thank you, Talespire. Who is this?
Right after someone in the chat's like, I really wish I had Talespire. You're like,
Talespire is the worst. No, it's great until it breaks things. That is Cooley. There he is. And that is Isaac, right? Yeah. Okay, so you should click your names. You should have them now.
Ew, I'm there. Yeah.
Okay.
So you want me to roll a perception check, you said?
Yeah, go ahead. So the there's a couple guards.
Natural 20.
Nice. From what you can see outside, you notice there's a couple. This guy, can you see what I'm moving?
No.
See him moving?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
These two here are wearing a little bit different, and you see a large symbol of Malgrim, which is a just like almost like a castle tower. Is basically what it looks like, like a boulder with some what's the word? What's the crenellations on top? Like what a castle wall, up and down, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the symbol that you see. That's pasted all over them. And so if anyone's going to be a healer, it's going to be them. You do, however, with that perception, notice that inside the castle, which you can kind of see from here, the doors are open. There appears to be a lot of people in there, and you see some people getting tended to inside there. Lizard folk seem to be tending to folks.
Okay. I would like to run up to these two dudes.
Okay.
And I will say, we can help defend, but my friend needs healing.
I bring him.
What, he looks at you. What languages do you speak?
I speak. I have to find that.
It's in the languages section of the.
It doesn't show.
I mean, if anyone needs me, I can
Yeah, it
speak
does.
lizard folk, so.
Hold on. I have it written down somewhere else.
I just say to the party that I can speak lizard folk.
Yeah, I don't think you speak lizard folk. I think we already ran into this.
Yeah, I did it last. I did it wrong last time. It's Draconic is what the lizard folk speak.
Oh, I speak Draconic.
Yeah, I thought I had and thought that they spoke, and then David said, "Oh, lizard folk." So I was like, "Oh, maybe it is a different language." So yeah, it's lizard. It's Draconic. So he turns to you and he says something to you in Draconic, and he kind of nods his head towards the keep.
I don't think I speak Draconic. I think I speak. Yeah, I don't think I speak Draconic. I was
The
one
people-
of the ones I was going back and forth, so I don't remember.
So you're in kind of a big crowd getting pushed into this keep, and it's 95% lizard folk is who's in here. You see a few little seems like they actually, you know what, they look almost exactly like what David's character is. They look
What
just
he
like.
used to be, you mean?
Well, I mean, what his what's the word? His
Miniature.
miniature. They look just like that.
Okay.
And you see a few of those moving on their.
Murloc.
Yeah, well, they're Murlocs, but they're not called
They're
Murlocs in
Murlocs.
D&D. But yeah, they're Murlocs basically. And you can see a few of them running in. You don't see any humans. You see a couple elves amongst the crowd of what's
Oh, man.
pushing in here, but it's almost all lizard folk.
Okay.
Okay.
So as you're there, the guards are just pushing you through, just
Alright.
trying to clear the block.
Well, let's get in.
Okay, so yeah, if he says something in Draconic, I'm just gonna try to point to Shiro's body.
He points.
Well,
like,
I heard what he said, right? What did he say?
He said in the keep.
Oh, okay.
He points in the doors at the doorway.
Okay,
There you
so
go.
you're gonna
All
tell
right.
me then?
Yeah, I'll just tell you.
Okay, so let's get Shiro up, and then we can mount a defense.
We don't need to mount a defense. We just need to get an eye.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Okay, so as they funnel you in there, they've got a few more folks coming in, but the army, this wall, by the way, goes all the way around, which I don't have showing this thing. It goes all the way around, of course.
Figured that.
But
I
they
just had gates. It's like-
Yeah.
look at this fancy gate I made. I made the gate. I didn't make most of the castle, but I made the gate. Which you can tell because
The
the castle's
gate.
way better looking than my than my gate. They funnel you
Must be
all
the new tiles that they added.
in there, and they yeah, there's a bunch of them in this keep. They funnel the last few folks as you guys are getting up to the. I'm gonna move you. As you guys are getting up here to the door, they shut the gate.
Okay. Shut it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And
The Murlocs.
they start the folks outside start getting a little bit more organized and start trying to barricade the gate as best they can.
Are there sea hags in front of us? That's what they look like.
These are yeah, they're hags. They're the peasants. This is a really rough town. Lots of peasants.
Oh, okay.
The peasants are hags.
Yeah.
What would you like to
Okay.
do?
Gotta
Yeah,
get
try to
Shiro.
Try to get
Yeah.
find those healers and try
Yeah.
to get Shiro.
Okay.
Or just look
Move
around.
yourselves.
We can help, but my friend.
Mhm.
No one seems to be paying much attention to you.
What? I'm the only half elf here. No one's paying attention to me.
I mean, you're getting looked at, but it's just such a
Yeah.
it's such a panic and commotion that they're just trying to get everyone inside. It's just a big
I'm
flow
actually
inside.
surprised they let us in. We got a guy wearing what looks like Empire armor.
Oh, it looks a lot different. It's
It
not
Yeah.
looks
black
like
at
it's
all.
painted. It's completely painted.
And well, they push you in. It's very dark in here, isn't it?
Yes.
Let me make it a little lighter.
A little lighter. How can you do that? Can you do that?
Let's go something.
I have
Like,
dark vision though. I'm fine.
I can't see.
let's go like that.
Oh,
There you
Hey.
go. So it's nighttime. It's like 4 in the morning. But
right, right.
so inside, once you get inside the building, which everyone starts piling in here, all the hags. You can see there's some peasants in here too. There's all kinds of
Hags are piling in.
there's a bunch of boxes and loads and loads. Oops, of peasants in here. Come on, game. There we go. Everyone starts piling in, and eventually the doors get shut as you guys pile in. And you can see there's a few folks. There's a lot of just peasants just sort of sitting in the. They've sort of makeshift chairs and just sitting on the floor. There's a few lizard folk that are going around and tending to people that have some sword wounds and
I find one and grab him
bow
and
wounds.
say, "We can
Yes.
help." But
As
my
soon
friend
as you
needs
grab
healing."
him, he's going to try to throw you off. He's going
Well,
to.
he's gonna succeed. Let's do this.
Yeah. I'll roll that dice just in case. Oh, roll your
Uh-oh.
opposed.
What am I rolling? Is it acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics.
I hope you get a nat one. It would have been hilarious.
So he goes to like shove you off, and he mutters something to you in Draconic.
Where's my translator? Stay with me, translator.
You've not made a good first impression.
I walk away from him because I can tell he's just angering the locals.
So out of
Asshole.
Hag.
for context here, these would be like Klingons. It's basically how the kind of the demeanor you're getting from these lizard folk. Very
Oh,
honorable,
so I should have smacked him in the face.
honorable, grumpy. There's things going
Well,
on.
then he should be respecting me for not being able to throw me off.
Doesn't seem to respect you.
I go over to one of the other healer type, whatever they look like.
Okay.
And I'll ask him. I'll be like, I got a guy that
Lizard
needs
folk, they
healed.
look
We
very similar to the ones that were in the church. They're sort of
Yeah.
wearing robes. There's a lot of most of their colors are green and black. Is their
Right.
their empire colors, their kingdom colors. There's a lot of white brandished on these guys, and you can clearly see that Malgrim symbol on
Okay.
these folks that are inside here. And they're tending to folks, just making sure everyone's all right. Speaking in Draconic, saying, "Is everything okay? Do you need anything?"
The guy that I still have a hold of, I'm going to point at Shiro and just say, "Heal him."
Roll me a persuasion.
in a language he doesn't understand.
Oh, he understands it. 11 plus 7, 18.
Okay, so he looks at you pretty angrily, but he sees where you're pointing, and then he says, he's tending someone right now, and he says, lizard folk name, Sark. He says Sark, and he points over at Shiro laying down, and one of the other healers nods his head and walks over, and out of his pocket pulls a little berry out, pops it in Shiro's mouth.
Ooh.
Moves his jaw up and down.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Make sure he eats.
Shiro,
Rubs the throat.
you have 1 hit point.
Woo! I did it, boys.
Like, pop up. Ah!
Why'd you roll 2d20?
Oh, I hurt all over.
I said, "Welcome back," and I give you a hand to pull you up.
I'm not getting up yet.
You look fine.
So you can see in here that there's a lot of lizard folks, mostly lizard folk. The people that look, the fish people, the Murlocs, don't seem to be getting much attention. The ones that are in here, they're clearly taking care of the lizard folk first. Most of them are just ignoring you, except for that one.
Yeah.
There is also a few guards in here as well. You can see the ones by the stairs here. And
I'll
they're
go to a guard then.
they're trying
Tell
to.
Shiro we're not. I know you're hurting, but we're not out of trouble yet.
I'll go to one of the guards.
Eventually,
That one at the back.
slam. The door is slammed shut.
Okay.
Did you see the animation? It was exciting.
I
Oh,
did.
I
It
did
was
it.
good.
Oh.
I missed it.
Oh
What?
man, you just have to watch the stream.
Clapping for you.
Thank you.
Incredible.
Okay, you
Those
go, to,
doors do look fancy.
you go to a guard.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to this guard in the back.
Okay, guard sees you and says, "Who are you?" In Draconic.
In Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say, we're here to retrieve something. You're being attacked for one reason. Who is in command at this place?
You didn't answer my question.
I'm Finn. We're here to retrieve this thing. We've been sent by someone. You are being attacked and destroyed for one reason. Who is in command of this place?
Roll a persuasion check. Ooh, I saw
Oh,
the 20.
no. It was
Oh,
16.
Really? You have a +8 persuasion?
I have a +8 persuasion.
How do you have +8?
I'm a bouse.
You have +5 charisma modifier.
We used to get bonuses. Back
Oh
when you
yeah,
used to
yeah.
give us bonuses
So
and
you guys are
stuff.
whining about your levels not being good. But I gave like half levels in there.
Well, I don't got
Yeah.
no bonuses.
we started out super gimped.
like super gimped.
Yeah.
They whined all the time.
Yeah, sure.
All right. He says.
What are you talking about? You rolled an 11 and got a 17 or an 18 or something.
I got +7. I don't know how you got +8.
Anyways,
my charisma as high as I could go.
So he says, maybe I'll have to speak to the commander.
all right, where's the commander?
See, that's what I'm asking about.
I just asked that.
I'll get him. And so he goes back through these doors here. Open up. Yeah, and he goes outside.
Ooh, can I go out there too?
He doesn't seem to, he didn't wave you on. So,
I'm gonna take a step out of here into that courtyard, so I'm not just like surrounded by people.
so you can step out.
Everyone disappeared.
No one seems to
Oh.
be stopping you from stepping out.
Okay.
And can you see outside here?
Yeah.
It's dark, by the way. It's not supposed to be light, but
Yeah, I know.
you see a courtyard, and again, it's full of peasants, and there's just lots and lots of lizard folk that are here. It seems like they have been, I mean, they've been under siege for a while, you know. So
Yeah.
but they hadn't brought the population in until basically now.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of commotion going on, but there's still a lot of soldiers. Anyway, he makes his way back, and he comes in through these doors and goes in that way, and then
Okay.
he shuts those doors though.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not gonna follow him all the way up there.
Okay. A few moments. Anyone else doing anything else while he's gone?
I'm just chilling.
I'm just laying there going,
Yeah, I just try to get Shiro up to speed, and then I turn around and try to look to see where Finn has gone.
I'm out the door.
He's
I'll
gone.
I'll
run-
accompany.
I walk
Alice
over
and I.
towards Finn.
I do keep an eye to see if someone brought Torque.
You
Torque's dead.
do not see Torque.
Torque,
I go-
Torque finally bit it.
I just
No,
go ask
I
Phantom,
refuse
what
to
have you
believe that.
found?
What have I found? Nothing.
Yeah.
They're gonna go get the commander for me.
All right. Do we feel good in this keep?
No.
I feel horrible.
Feels like a keep under siege. As you're standing out here
Okay.
waiting.
Yeah.
You hear on the back walls of the backside of this, you hear some loud thuds.
So I go to Phantom like, I don't feel particularly good about this.
I don't feel particularly amazing about it either, but we're
think-
here.
I think we're gonna have to try to hold on to this fort with him. We've gotten ourselves into a bit of a pickle.
Well, we won't be in a pickle if we get a hold of this thing.
Do you think it's here?
It better be here, otherwise we came here for a whole lot of nothing.
Okay, so
laying on my little cot, talking in primordial, just muttering random words.
You're like going crazy.
they may look the
Don't
same.
don't you normally feel its presence when you're near one? Because I don't feel anything.
They can be, if you put them in a lead box, you can't really feel it. Alzira keeps hers in a box like that.
So he comes back.
Yeah.
Rook, you're standing here as well.
Yeah.
And you've got the guy that you sent, the guard, and there's a robed one. Looks pretty fancy.
Okay.
It's got the Maugrim, symbol on
Man,
his
you keep
chest.
track of these names.
I know. He's got some nice filigree around his robes. He's looking pretty fancy. And he steps up to you and in Draconic.
Yeah.
He says, "Tell us what you know."
We know you took an eye from the Empire, and that's why they're sieging your town.
We all know that.
You need to get it out of here. They will follow that thing wherever it goes.
You know how to use it.
Maybe. We were sent by... who were we really sent by? Linzerus in the long round? Did they even know who that is?
It was a specific.
Are you
one.
asking him?
Yeah. We were sent by Linzerus.
Roll me a persuasion.
I lost my dice. 20.
He says, he looks at you and he looks at Rook. He says, "How many are you?"
There's 5 of us.
"Come with me."
I tell you, Rook, I say, go get everyone.
All right. When I run back and say, "We've got an inn. Let's go."
The guard goes back into the guard goes back to his spot, and he leads you on a little bit of a journey
We go.
back through these back doors here. They open up. Come on. Yeah. Ooh. Open up. And you walk into another big, well, it's a big open room. There's like paintings, there's tapestries. It's a very extravagant room back here, much more extravagant than the front room. And then he takes you. Everyone following along here?
Wait,
Yeah.
where we go? What,
Straight ahead into the double
Through the doors, through the courtyard, into the back doors there.
Okay.
You don't see any windows on this level, even though it looks like there is. There is no windows on this level. And for the most part, it seems like there's a few peasants that have holed up in here. And you see a couple guards, but this is a pretty empty space. It seems like maybe it's like a grand hall for like entertaining guests or something at certain times, but not right now.
Yeah. Sure.
Where's David at?
How can
David,
you think
David, we
of
lose you?
entertaining at a time like this?
There he is. David, keep on going. I'll pick you up.
Frogman.
I got you.
Social distance yourself from the fungus man.
from the frog man.
Okay, and he leads you upstairs. Again, this is like a robed figure. And as you come up the stairs here, you can see that there is a What if I can just here? I think I can just put you up here.
Stairs. They're so magical.
The stairs are like a DC 20
Yeah.
strength
I
check. I,
know,
can't
yeah.
get up there.
There you go. I can make you up there, right? Wink. Does that
yeah.
work? Did that work?
If you
Did it?
reassign me.
Oh, dang it.
Alright. Whoa, where am I? What? I'm outside.
Where are you? Parkeet? There you are.
Ah, I got it.
Okay, we got one
I
more
left a
stairway
copy
though. I
of
should
me
have.
behind.
No, it should get rid of your other copy.
Oh, I see me down at the bottom of the stairs.
I wonder if I can put you in. No. I'm gonna have to figure out how to rearrange this. Oh, here I can do this. Wait. One second. Oh, I know what happened. Okay. I'm just talking to myself.
Okay.
Okay. I'll have to readjust this later on. Can any other of you get up the stairs?
I cannot. Oh, maybe. Oh, I almost got up.
There you are.
Come on. Am I up there?
Yep, you're there.
Yeah.
Who are we missing? David? Oh, David. Oh, I almost had you.
I made it.
Help me.
Gonna have to use the
Oh,
cutaway on
you're
this.
stuck. You're really stuck, David. All right, I'll make a new one.
He's
All right. So, you have up there. You can see there's a mage and there's an archer that are shooting out an arrow slit, and you can kind of get a glimpse of when you walk by. Let me put you guys out here, Bert and Shiro. Did you get up? Did I put you? Yeah, I put you up there.
I'm still on this night
Oh, there's two
outside.
What?
frogmans.
There's two Berts.
Oh God, he's multiplied.
Multiply. Oh no.
Coming, yeah.
And then this is. Oh, that's right. That worked. Okay.
Oh, there's two of me. Where's the other one?
Is there
Oh,
two of you?
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. So you come up and you can see there's an arrow slit there, and they're firing out of it. And you can get a glimpse. If you want to roll perception to get a better glimpse, you can. But there's a pretty massive army, just from what you can see from the arrow slit outside. You can see the black shining armor.
Oh, we
Mhm.
can see him right.
Through this arrow slit, which is
How many?
pretendly here. Roll me perception.
Okay.
I'll,
9, 11.
A lot.
Wait, I want to see if I get a nat
Called
20.
that.
20. Well, not. Yeah. What do I see?
So you guys are kind of walking up these stairs here. I'll give you a second. And he leads you up
More stairs.
the last layer of stairs, which you guys should be able to make it up this one.
Yeah.
I can't move my character, but
Why you can't move your character? Don't say things like that.
just move me
Man,
up there.
multiple levels is hard. Who do I have here? Jack. Where's Shiro?
Why is there a tiny hole right after?
They could do just like an auto thing,
Stairs.
like if they know your character is on this level, it just pops up and like auto
Yeah, that'd be nice.
pulls in the map. And
Is that everyone? Did I get everyone up here? Oh, I'm missing David. David, where'd you go?
I'm here.
I fell through the tiny hole right after the stairs.
Oh, you're way at the bottom
Oh.
now? Where are you? Oh, there you are. Oh, you stuck again? Nope, I got you. Okay. So, you come up here and Jack, there's
Yes.
another window right here.
Yeah,
Pretend.
go look.
Pretend window. I tried to put one in there, but for some reason, I think there's too much on this map and it wouldn't let me build anymore. So there's a little slit over here. As soon as you step away from the group, the main guy,
Ooh,
Barks
he's
at
big
you.
and scary.
this guy right here, he barks at you and
bark.
you don't understand what
Bark?
you speak Draconic,
I speak
No, I
Draconic.
Jack. Okay, so
No.
Francisco or Parkeet.
Yeah.
Finn is your name. Finn here is clearly he says, "Hey, get over here," and he's looking at you and he's
Alright, yeah.
snarling
I'll tell him to come
at
back over.
Jack. But you get to the window, and I'll add both those perception checks in for both windows. So this same thing. You got a guy out there who is throwing spells.
Yeah.
And there is hundreds of Empire black shining armor. You see they've got some trebuchets out there. They have a very large 4-feet mechanical automaton that you guys have seen once before. That's standing outside in the outside of the castle. I mean, this is still maybe 1,000 feet out. They're a long ways out, and trebuchets are flinging at rocks, but that's basically all they're doing.
I head back up
At the
after
moment,
seeing
you
that.
do, however, also see one of the people in that army, kind of standing behind the line, is all dressed in white. And then behind,
Do I see that?
you don't see that.
Dang it.
Behind that, behind her, you see there is a small collection of people, just standing behind her, and sort of like a little carriage.
I relay that to the team.
Oh no.
What does that mean?
That's the one who knocked. When I got captured, she's the one who showed up and turned the tide.
Shiro knows who she is. That's Lunai. And you guys have heard
That's
Lunai
bad.
mentioned a few times.
Yeah.
Very bad.
Well, better get that stone.
Yeah, better get that stone and let's figure out what we're gonna do here.
I need healing. I need a break or something.
Okay, so in this room, you see a very elaborately decorated throne room. You got a big carpet in front, and all that. There is tapestries all over the place of valiant lizard folk walking over bodies and raising their flag, and it tells quite a story.
It's really Warhammery in here, is what you're saying.
Very Warhammery. So over here in the corner, you can see there's a table, and there's a few folks with a big battle board out, and they're trying to strategize. A big map on it. You've got several wizards, you presume, all standing by this table here, and just kind of just talking amongst each other. They've stopped and they're looking at you now. You got one sitting over here in the corner, just sitting, just kind of staring off in the distance. On the throne, you have a lizard folk, a very regal-looking lizard folk, got a crown on his head. Yeah, he is a troll, but he says he's a lizard folk.
He's a
just
big
sitting
lizard,
there.
He's sitting on his throne,
What a bum.
and
What's he supposed to do?
you say this out loud. He's got a couple guards standing beside him,
I think that.
which are just holding the colors. You've got guards at the stairway here, and in this torture device, which is actually a table, on this table there is a box, just a little gray box made of metal. The side that's facing the wall is open, and you see all these colors just sort of glistening off of the walls.
Yeah.
Rainbow of colors just shining off this wall back here.
Yeah.
As soon as you walk into the room, you get this feeling like it's up your spine. Your hairs are standing on end. You got goosebumps, and it's almost too powerful. Like your stomach's starting to churn. Even the frogman, who doesn't really have anything to do with Arcane, is feeling it, feeling the power of that box. And all kinds of things are just running through your head. Casters, new spells are popping into your mind as you feel the power of this thing.
Okay.
We level up.
We level up.
Yeah, we level up.
You do level up, but you don't get any benefits from it yet.
Okay.
And so this guy marches over to the king, and he kneels, and everyone in the room kneels.
I will kneel.
I will watch.
I rolled that for my health for.
Okay.
Leveling.
Who kneeled?
I did.
Anyone else?
Neil.
I'll kneel.
I'll watch.
She was
Begrudgingly,
in a
Neil.
permanent state of kneeling.
Guard
Yeah.
guard walks over. And
Oh God. What's going on?
18,
Forces
he takes his staff and just slams you in the back of the leg. Anyone else?
I'm still standing too, so.
Okay. He's going to turn around to you and look
Oh,
at you.
Great.
Hey, I don't
Kinda
kneel
s-
for no one.
And he sneers at you and says, "Kneel before your king."
This isn't the
This
time
is
for
in
me
common,
to-
he says it.
I grunt as I do it.
Yeah, usually I'm in your boat, but we're trying to get something from these guys.
Jiro, are you kneeling?
Now is not the time to be combative.
I'll kneel.
That dice is
It's like
Oh.
going nuts.
I know.
All right,
I would have been fine.
he eases up, walks over back to his spot.
Stand back up.
Yep. As soon as you all kneel, the king says something in Draconic. Says rise. Those of you that speak Draconic.
Okay. Yep.
And
Stand up.
And he says,
I'm standing when everyone else does.
"What have you brought me?" And he says back to him. This is all Draconic. He says,
Yep.
This rabble, these softskins, claim to know
Does my skin look soft to you?
this. Do you speak Draconic?
No.
Okay, so you just hear grunting and sneering. And the king kind of steps forward and walks over to you
Okay.
and looks back at it. And it says, "Speak in common."
We were sent by Linzerus and Linzerus's people. We got wind that you guys took this thing from the Empire. I mean, you obviously must know this is why you're getting attacked. Do I know about the girl outside?
Yeah. Jack told you.
Francisco said,
I
Okay.
told everyone.
Right.
And that girl in the white armor outside is not a good sign. She only
I
shows
say,
things are bad.
She'll
hear.
kill all of you.
do you have a plan to defend your city?
Never mind. I'm not speaking Draconic.
Well, he said
You
in
spoke
common.
common.
He looks at you and he says,
Wait, who's you?
"Rook."
Okay.
And he says, in very broken common, says, "City lasts thousands years. They will not fall from this."
It won't last another week.
I say in Draconic, since his common seems not very good. They're already in the city. Through the sewers, in the city. You got that out back. I mean, city might have lasted 1,000 years, but it's not gonna. Doesn't seem like it's gonna last much longer.
He says,
They only send the death squad when it's extra serious.
he says, back to you in Draconic. He says, "Can you not feel the power?
Yeah, I
This-
can feel the power.
Tell me how to work this." You know.
I don't really know how to work it, do I?
We don't know how to work it.
Do you say that?
We could
No, I don't. I don't say I don't know how to work it.
I don't know how to work it. I just want to take it away from you. That's all.
We were sent
and
to retrieve.
and you,
but
as you're here, and this thing is just this whole side of the wall, this whole wall over here, is just filling with the rainbowy colors.
Yeah.
With the side off, you can just
Yeah.
feel this, like you were overcome with confidence and power, and you feel like this thing's good. Not good, but it makes you feel good.
Yeah. It makes your arcaneness tingle.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Okay. We never actually seen one of these things. We've only ever seen it in the box. I say, I'll ask him if I can look at it.
If you dare.
Okay, I dare.
So
I'll go over closer to it.
as you step up to
Saving
it,
throw.
they both back up, and they're staying close, but they're just watching you walk up to it.
Okay.
And this side is the side that's shining,
Yeah, they only have the side facing away from
facing the
them.
wall. Yeah. And so you can make your way up there if you want.
I'll ask them what they've done.
The mages here.
Yeah.
The one mage.
Yeah.
Says we've studied. What do you mean?
Have you tried using it?
That's why you're here.
Have you tried holding it in your bare hands?
They kind of cast a glance back at this guy back in the corner.
Yeah.
And they just
Which guy? I didn't see.
in the very back corner of here, there's a guy at a desk. And he's the whole time he's just been sitting there, just kind of staring off in the distance.
Okay.
And he says, he looks, kind of glances at him, and he says, "It's powerful magic."
Sure is.
Okay, I gotta tread carefully here then, eh? So do I get the feeling I'm gonna like go crazy if I touch this thing?
Roll me a insight check.
Oof, not good.
What do we already know about this?
What is insight? Is
We know
insight-
that one guy that wasn't proficient in
Six.
magic went crazy when he touched it.
Yeah,
Right.
but the other ones didn't. Alzira and Linzerus. What level
Are
were
they,
they when
are
they
they
found
touching it? Maybe they're
Are they
just
touching-
around it and it's giving
Do
them
I
a boost.
Do I feel like my power is stronger right now?
Roll me a Arcana check.
Kana. I'm not very good at that either.
Can I make that check?
Sure.
Oh, why did I pull out an extra D20? I'm just gonna.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna roll this one.
Roll the one. Was that
No,
you?
I wanted to roll this one right here. I don't know why I
Rook,
pulled that
you see
extra
Rook
D20.
starts coughing and then vomits a little bit.
Why can't I grab that D20 right there?
I want to walk up or close to it,
All
Okay,
right, I guess
move
I
yourself.
have to
like
roll another
really,
one.
really close to it,
Move
not
yourself.
touching it.
Closer
I
you
didn't
get.
roll very good either.
What was that for? That was for Arcana, and if you feel
Yeah.
more powerful,
Yeah.
it's hard to tell. It's
hard
I'm
to
going
tell.
to.
I mean, you feel more confident, and you feel like
Yeah, but I've had this feeling before.
yeah, but you don't know if it transitions into. I mean,
If it's
you know
enhanced
that
I'm
by power.
you know what it does, but you don't right now.
I'm gonna hover my hand over it, like not touching it, but almost touching it,
From what?
And
From
I'm
the
gonna
from the dark side or the open side?
the open side.
Okay. Are you?
And I'm
looking-
not gonna touch it.
As you get to that side, and you glance, you get in view of what you see, and you see, it's almost like, remember on The Sims, the plumb bob? It's got like the fat pointy, like a
plumbus?
like a gem inside there.
Yeah,
Okay, so you see that it's just rainbow colors. It's a ruby, it's an emerald, it's an amethyst. It's all these separate gems, just sort of melding into one and spinning around, and just crazy light show coming off of it. I need a will save.
Oh no.
interesting.
Oh, no.
no.
3.
I need a D100.
$67.
67.
Okay. So you guys look at Shiro, and he walks over to it. He starts to put his hand above it, and he just freezes. And he's just not moving at all. He's just frozen.
I'll push him away
I-
from it.
Yeah, I
As-
go over and grab him. By
As
the
you
armor.
walk
pull
up,
him back.
as you're walking up to him, he's there for just 6 seconds,
Okay.
and all of a sudden he starts just shaking. Just like
I'm
a,
already
like,
pretty close to him, right?
he's like a seizure. He's just shaking uncontrollably.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We'll bring him away from that.
Yeah, if you want to grab him, you can.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
I
you
was
grab him
doing
and
the
you
same thing.
yank him away.
Yep.
Make an opposed athletics check.
Great.
Like
I
it's
will
me.
I
Gets you.
will
All
help
of
with
us,
that.
or-
I'm going to help with
Do I
that.
need to
David,
roll
David, you're
athletics?
still in the back. You're not there yet. Yeah, you
Yeah.
roll
Okay, so
athletics. Shiro
Who is it?
and
Who all's trying to do it?
you and Eric versus Joe.
What's your athletics? And I'm
There's
just gonna
no
help.
way.
21.
Okay,
I'd have to crit because I'm -2.
I can't crit. Yeah, even if I crit, I can't get a 20.
Okay, so you guys go to grab him, and he is just solid.
Locked tight.
Yep. Make me another will save.
I
Joe.
say, Jack, help
Wait,
us.
can
He's
I
not
try?
moving.
Yeah, no, I'm helping too. Hold on.
Natural
Oh, there it
20.
Okay, so you manage to yank your head away,
Never mind.
and you're kind of blinking, and all of a sudden, your party members are just standing around you with their hands on you.
Yeah,
Hey.
that was not good.
I need to heal, guys.
Yeah.
I'm hurting.
So what happened?
What
to him?
happened?
You froze. And
You
then you
just
started
froze
to
and started
convulse.
Do I remember what it looks like?
You have that image is just burned in your brain. That rainbow gem look.
Indelibly
That
etched
thing
in my mind.
is gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna on from the other side where I don't see the light. I'm gonna put my hand close to it and produce flame in my hand.
Okay. As you go to put your hand and you're holding your hand out, normally you have a nice steady hand, but it starts getting a bit of a shimmy to it as you're holding your hand over the box.
I would like to do the same thing.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing as that.
Your hands are stable. You're going to produce flame over the box?
No, I'm just gonna produce it in my hand.
Okay.
And just see if it's still that black flame, and if it flames up a lot bigger than normal, or.
So you cast produce flame, and it seems to be as it normally is. All three of you.
I
Still
would like
black
to...
flame with you two.
Yeah, well, I haven't done anything yet.
Okay.
So I'm not twitching like he is on the outside of the box.
I would like to
Let's touch
cast...
the box.
Hold on, wait.
No, dude, I'm committed to this.
I'm casting mage.
You guys look back and you see the lizard folk have backed away a little bit,
Right.
but everyone in the room is intently staring at what's going on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I cast mage hand.
The king has moved back to his throne, and the guards are kind of
I wouldn't-
standing in front of him a bit.
If I see your mage hand and I'm like, do not pull this thing out of this box yet.
I'm not going to. I just want to see if I can touch it with the mage hand and see what happens. So
I will
send the
take
mage hand
I am gonna take a
around.
step back, and I'm gonna stick my hand out away from the box. Is it still shaking?
No. It
Okay,
Send the mage
It's
hand
okay.
around.
you're
And try
focusing
to
on
send
it. It's
it
fine.
back into the box and see if anything happens.
Put mage hand into the box.
Yeah.
Okay, so you cast it. As soon as you move the hand around and into the box, wink, it's gone. Spell
Wasn't
disperses.
expecting that.
Okay.
So-
What about touching the box? Am I still good?
Cut a hole in that
Put
box.
your hand on the box.
Yeah.
It's a cold metal box.
Oh, I
Okay.
wish we had an expert here.
I'll start to shift around to the front of the box here.
The hole.
Yeah.
Everyone move your characters where you are.
Uh-oh.
I can't
I
move my
am-
character.
I say
I am where I'm at.
Can't move
I
yourself?
have one more thing
No,
I
I
can
can't move
try
myself.
if you guys want to try it.
Where's the box at in here? Is it the
the box
cage?
is the,
It's the cage.
torture device,
How about-
right?
No. Yeah, that cage.
Okay, so I
There
would
isn't like a
then
small
here-
table in this for some reason. Can you see yours? Can you?
Yeah,
control yourself?
there's a small table, and no, I can't move my character still. Small table's under props. It's called side table.
Oh, I missed that. That's Parkeet. How about now?
I'm not even. Oh. Nope.
That work?
Nope. It's because I'm in here twice, probably.
No. Once you put yourself in, it removes the other instance of you. Automatically.
It's still down there because I clicked on it just now.
Oh. Okay. Let me see if I can remove you. Where were you? In the first floor?
Yeah, I'm on those stairs in the first floor. I can't move him either.
There you are.
You can just move me for now, right?
Okay. How about now?
Nada.
The eye froze him.
Froze me.
How about now?
Nope.
Dang.
Just
Hmm,
move me for now. Just
Okay.
move me for now.
All right.
Or kill me off entirely and then put me back.
Okay.
What about now?
Still no, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Dang.
All right. Where are you going?
Right here next to where.
To the side? You want to go to the light?
I don't want to go all the way around.
Okay.
To the side of the box.
Okay.
And kind of start edging my hand towards the open side.
Okay.
I'm feeling for that point that I think I can't come back from.
Where your hand burns off.
I'm gonna keep a hand on Finn's shoulder.
You want to touch it? That's what you're going for?
No. Like, Seraph couldn't even get. He stuck his hand next to it and immediately locked up, right?
He looked at it. He saw it.
Oh, he saw it,
He was,
but his hand got close to
his
it.
eyes locked on it, and he froze.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get my hand around the front open side and start seeing if I'm feeling for that jitter.
Okay. Once you pass that where the lead is blocking the, you can feel that energy for sure. Your hand is just numb with. It's like you've been sitting on it all day. It's all numb and tingly. And it just as soon as you cross that threshold, you can feel it, and you can feel up your hand. You can feel that tingle up it.
Okay.
What do you feel, Finn?
Numbness, lots of numbness, but it feels like it's arcane energy. It's just pure,
for sure,
pure
no
arcane
question.
energy.
Yep.
Okay.
Well,
Maybe it's a certain type of magic.
It's
A
it well.
certain element. Maybe they're all different elements.
It doesn't seem that way, right? Because she's using hers for necromancy, and he was using his for all kinds of weird stuff.
Maybe that's why. That's what she figured out with that first one. Was it? I don't know.
We don't know if Linzerus or
only-
Algira touches these things, right?
The only memory or idea you have of someone touching it was when in Lenzerus's memories that Shiro got.
Yeah.
The
that barbarian.
the dwarf barbarian slammed his axe.
touching it.
Slammed his axe into it. Well, he slammed his axe to break it open, and then went and touched it, and it sent him flying back against the wall.
Is there like a... God dang.
I can touch it with my weapon.
Is there a place where I can talk to them? No, there's probably not. Up here without being overheard?
To the party?
Yeah.
There's no way.
Okay.
Not in the throne room. And from you gathered, the whole way in here is just this place is packed. I mean, you got a big city that's to capacity of.
I'm gonna take a coin,
people.
just like a silver piece,
Okay.
and I'm gonna like reach over there and drop it onto the.
Do we have a... Did that guy leave us... Did he give us a sending stone or anything?
No.
No.
Dropping coin where?
Just onto the eye.
Onto
to toss it
the
in.
inside.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of just reach around and toss it in without looking at it.
Yeah.
It you hear a little dink in it. Dum, dum, dum.
While they're doing this, I reach into my pocket or whatever and pull out the sending stone that I found
Mhm.
a long time ago. I give it a listen.
'Kay.
Is there anything happening?
Nope.
I speak into it and I say, "Get ready." Is there anything?
Nope.
Huh.
I take a look outside, see if
do we-
anything's changed.
Window's gonna
Well,
be
guys.
over here.
Do we want to vote? Do we want to vote here? Do I touch it?
Jack, give me perception.
I don't
I'm
know what's- I
I'm the
don't know
one
what
who's
happens, so-
hurting really bad. Should
I'm
I
not
touch
hurting.
it because I'm almost
Yeah.
dead?
8.
I'm not hurting, really. So
Um,
I could go for this.
It
We need you to
seems
stay
like
alive.
the army is just standing back. They don't seem to be doing much, other than the trebuchets flinging the rock occasionally. They don't seem to be doing
Okay.
much.
I'll just keep an eye out.
You do see Lanai out there still.
Finn, you and Rook are the only two that can figure this out. So if you need testing dummies,
What's your passive
it
perception?
probably needs to
Jack?
be me first.
Yeah, but if you froze up immediately and you shake just being close to it.
Is
Just 10 plus your
18.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you just standing there looking out the window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
As you're looking, you guys are discussing things. You kind of see the army and you see everything I described before. You do catch way off in the distance, off kind of a bit to the north. You see there's some rolling hills, and you do catch a glint of maybe someone's armor or something, and you can deduce someone's way out there. Just sort of watching this,
A glint?
like a glint off of the
Like-
sunlight
like-
off of armor,
like-
kind of a glint,
Okay.
way out there.
I would like to walk over to this part of the room and talk to this fella here.
Okay.
I say, I don't think we've got much time to figure this out. What have you got? Show me your notes.
He's kind of staring off in the distance, and he kind of looks up at you,
Hello.
and then goes back.
What is it? What's on his desk?
So you see a big book, and he's got notes written all in this thing. It's describing the dimensions. It's a very detailed. He's got drawings of it. You can turn the page if you want to look through it. And
Yeah, I'm going through this whole thing now. I don't know what language it's in, but I can read it. So
it's Elden Draconic. It's basically just describing the thing. It's like it's got the dimensions of it. It doesn't show what's inside, but it shows the dimensions. It shows his feeling of how he feels with the tingles in the stomach, and he's just like a taking notes with this thing.
Yeah.
And you get to one page, you flip the page, and it's just, you can read any language, and it's just scribbles. And you turn the page again, it's just scribbles. You turn the page again, it's more scribbles. And he has page, so like 5 pages of notes, and then like 30 pages of just scribbles.
great.
And this, now that you're close to him, you can tell he is clearly an older lizard folk. He's certainly got some years to him. He's dressed like a wizard. He smells bad. He smells real bad. Most lizard folk don't smell real good, but this one smells like he's a ripe lizard folk.
Is there anything else on this desk?
Nope. There's a pipe there. There's that. There's a dagger. And there's
all
there's
that's in this book
there's a cup.
that's legible is like the physicality of it. There's nothing.
The physicality and the feelings, and the power and the everything I've basically described to you before.
So I'm
there's
standing.
nothing in there that specifically says any way to harness the power.
Nope. There's questions about how do you harness, how do you use this power, how do you command this power.
Okay. So I'm standing there. I've got my hand in front of this thing.
Okay.
Getting worse.
No. Just lots of tingles.
Do I feel like I'm absorbing any power? It doesn't feel like that. It's just like
You're so close to it now that you wouldn't know if you're absorbing, if you were feeling more or not, because you're just overcome with this. Your hairs are stand up. You got goosebumps all over, and you just got this spinning sensation.
how far from the wall is it?
5 feet.
So I can step around to that side.
You could squeeze by it.
Could I step around to that side without looking at it?
You can try.
I'll try that.
Close your eyes.
We all saw the mage hand disappear, right?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Mhm.
actually, I don't know if you did. I would imagine you said it.
Yeah, I mean, it went behind the box and disappeared.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's
So
not
you can
working.
you can divert your eyes and walk by just fine.
I'm gonna put my hand as close as I can to it again. With that,
Okay.
I'm not gonna look at it.
Okay.
But I'm just gonna start pumping in produce flame.
You're gonna hit the thing with produce flame.
No, don't do that.
Not, like I'm just
too
gonna
late.
produce
Yeah.
flame in my hand right above it.
Do you want to hit the device with the produce flame, or you want to just put it next to it?
I just want to
Question.
put next to it right now and see what happens.
Okay. So you stick your hand on the other side of the open box, produce flame. Seems to be pretty set like it always is.
All
So I'm
right.
I'm
should
standing
try,
in.
I want to try to hit. I want to try to drop a flame on it. A magical flame. You might want to move.
I'm standing right in front of this thing, getting blasted by it.
He's saying it.
That's why I'm saying you might want to move.
How am I feeling now?
With him doing what he's doing.
No, just I'm standing in front of this thing.
Oh, just not looking at it, standing in front of it. You got that whole tingly sensation up your whole chest. Your whole body is just numb.
Okay.
Stomach's turning.
I'm gonna
Make me a con save.
con save.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my
Oh,
eyes
that
on
rolled off the roof. Where did
on
that go?
flame.
Okay.
Uh,
So you see Finn. What is that?
10.
Okay. So you see Finn standing there, keeping his eyes away, and then you start feeling this coming up.
I'll
where you-
hold it
where's
back.
It's in your mouth. Where's it going?
Swallowing it, baby. I'm a
Okay.
man.
So you see, as Finn is just as he's just trying to hold it in, but you see little dribbles starting to come out. It's unpleasant.
Yikes.
And so
I'm gonna head back over here. I go up to one of these.
Is there no one we can't? They didn't give us any way to contact them.
No.
I don't know. The only guy we talked to was Tan or something. He just told us to retrieve it, and that was it.
I go up to these other wizards and say, "Has anyone else been studying it but the guy in the corner?"
They all kind of look at you, and they kind of look at each other, and one looks back and says, "Study. All study."
Who else speaks Draconic?
I'll ask him.
Once Finn gets out of the way, I am gonna do that. Produce flame.
Okay.
and just
As right
wrap the
before
flame
this,
around.
you get a message in your head, Shiro.
Yeah.
And you get a very familiar voice named Lorius. And you get, what happened? What happened at the Grove? Get here now.
What?
That's all you get.
So we gotta get this box and get the hell out of here.
Shiro's not in right now. Please leave a message.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Shut up, Lorius.
You even say anything?
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna say, shut up, Lorius.
I go over to Shiro and goes, what was that about?
Nothing.
I'll ask these guys in Draconic.
Is someone talking to you? Perhaps someone that might know more than we know.
And I'll ask them, what information have they gleaned? Have they gotten anything? Besides dimensions. Have they gotten anything besides how big it is?
He looks, kind of glances at the king, and the king nods. And he looks back at you and says, "It's very powerful. We delve in the arcane arts, but it's beyond us. The crew of the vessel that obtained it, I don't think they knew what they were getting into, but it's clearly, I mean, look at this thing. This could win a war."
Yeah, it could. Or it could kill all of you because you don't know what's going on. Which it very likely will, looking out the window.
This seems like nothing compared to what this could potentially do.
Unless they have one too, which there are multiples of this thing.
It says, you practice arcane.
Yes.
Try a spell.
Try a spell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me get my spell book out.
As he's doing this, I want to go up to, crap, none of these.
Oh, firebolt. I'll cast a firebolt.
Okay. Where are you going to cast it at?
Spell.
Yeah,
wait.
so I was going to ask if there's any target dummies.
Yeah, is there anything to shoot it at? I'll cast...
Tables, chairs, papers on the floor. There's a map.
How far away is the
Is it
army
a stone
outside?
floor in here? Is it a stone floor in here?
About 1,000 feet away. Stone floor, yeah.
I'll shoot it at the floor.
Okay, so you go cast it, and woof, and it comes out like a normal firebolt, but as soon as it hits, it lands off a loud whack, and you can tell it's a much bigger explosion than a typical little firebolt.
Radius.
Oh, really?
And he looks at you and says, "That was a minor spell."
Have you tried any bigger spells?
Of course.
How big of a spell?
We
Fireball.
most of us here practice geomancy and decent spells.
Have you tried a fireball?
Something similar.
Something similar?
Mm-hmm.
Good results?
Seems to. Shiro,
Shoot a fireball.
are you doing your thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna produce the flame.
Okay. So you're gonna produce flame and put it on the item?
Yeah, I'm just gonna like hover my hand over and just let the flames like drip down onto it.
Okay. So Shiro goes in, you guys are having a conversation. Shiro goes in, lights a fire on his hand. brings it in, and everything goes white. All of you. White.
Okay.
Okay.
For like 5 seconds. Then everything's black. For everybody.
So like a blinding light kind of thing?
David, same thing happens to you.
Yes. Alright.
You wake up. You're
Okay.
lying in a swamp.
Okay.
You look around, and
Is this heaven?
you see there's a couple other little frog people marching around. One of them comes up to you and says, "Welcome, Robert." Holds his hand out. Finn,
I look at myself.
it's black.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bert. Real quick. You look down at your hands, completely naked, and you are all frog. Not a sign of fungus on you at all. Finn,
Yeah.
black. And
Okay.
in the blackness, you start feeling wind. And it's real foggy, but you start seeing some red come to. Your
Yeah.
vision starts coming, and it's a very foggy, hazy red. And you're feeling wind behind at your back, and then you finally realize you're falling.
Yeah.
And you're falling, and you're falling. You're falling for a very long time.
Yeah.
And you slam into the ground,
Ah.
and you look around, and there's just bodies all around you.
Okay.
What?
Shiro, you are falling for a long time, and then you slam to the ground with bodies all around. Jack, it's blackness, and then all of a sudden you come to, it's hazy, just white haze. And you kind of look around, gather yourself, kind of look around, and you're just lying in an ocean. A very familiar place where you've been before. This is
Okay.
Astral Sea.
Mm.
Very similar to that. There's just nothing out there. You're just lying on the ocean, basically. Last one, Rook.
Uh-oh.
You're falling. And you're falling. And you're falling. And you slam into the ground. It's all hazy. You kind of look around, and you kind of get... It's very red here, but there's these like dead trees sort of all around you. Black trees. Just sort of surrounding you.
Interesting.
Shiro and Finn. You, it's still pretty hazy, but both of you have the same experience. A little imp comes prancing up, just kind of make out the outline of the imp, and you feel something
Yeah.
grab your arms and start dragging you. Same thing with you,
Okay.
Shiro. Something starts dragging you away.
Ugh. See, we should not.
I didn't know what to do if this happened, but
Cool.
okay.
Should have gone
Jack.
and talked to that Phoenix god.
You got nothing. You're just a vast openness.
Yeah.
Bert. Hang on. Okay, so Bert, you are you see one of you recognize this girl, Frog. You saw her. You were in the so this is a long time ago. You guys were in the Grove. You were fighting off the necromancy army, and one of the necromancers, one of Alzira's henchmen, was recruiting slaves, zombies, and skeletons from your hometown. Remember this? A long time ago. And during that fight, one of the zombies you recognized. It was your friend from the town. And that's who it is. She's welcoming you, Bert.
So we all died.
And so she is showing you around, and you look up, and there is Toticus, your god, sitting right there. Giant toad. That's what he named his god. Looks down at you
I
and
love
says,
that.
"Welcome, Bert." I think it might be time to take a break real quick.
Okay.
As I have to
Take a break already?
take a break real quick.
Yeah,
Take a
no,
break
that's
while he
cool.
finishes
Cool.
writing the rest of the
Yeah,
story.
No, that's fine. I'm cool with that. I gotta be right
Him-
back anyway.
Him touching it wiped us all out.
So
Sorry, everybody.
there's a very
I'm-
large. There's a very large.
They keep fell.
From remember your backstory. There's a very large crater in the center of this island. That used to be a city. And this is a hint of what happened to it.
Oh, we just blew.
no.
You just blew up the lizard city. Did Joe just commit genocide?
So, yeah, I'll take a quick break, and I'll be right back. We'll be right back. Let me set up my break screen. Okay, we're back, sort of. Waiting on Francisco still.
So we just learned.
So, you haven't learned
Everyone's
anything yet.
dead.
Haven't learned anything yet.
Yeah, we have not learned.
Everything's
anything yet.
hazy. You're all laying in the ground. We'll wait for Francisco until we get too much more into this.
Well, while we're waiting,
Francisco.
I would like to say happy birthday, Nook.
Hey, thanks. It is my birthday. That's right.
Hey, happy birthday.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Heyo.
it was your birthday.
What?
Find a
You're
place
his
to-
kid.
What do you mean you forgot? Outrageous. You're out of the family.
No. I'm sorry.
How old you turning? Real old.
27.
37.
37.
I know. Dark times.
Dark
Isaac knows
times.
all
You
about
get-
it. The dark times.
It's become my new catchphrase around the house. It's because like I'll get up and I'll stand up from crouching and my knees will go. And Holly be like, I hear your knees popping. Like, yeah, it's because I'm old and this is olden times.
Thanks, Chris. That's right. 21st birthday.
Wish it was your 21st birthday, brother.
Not
Boomer.
my
Aren't
best.
that old, jeez.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? 25th birthday is the best. That's when car insurance gets cheap. After that, it's all downhill.
My car insurance didn't go down all that much.
Yeah, mine didn't go down as much because you're getting married and having kids lowers it already. So,
Oh.
once I hit
Like, you probably
25,
want to keep those things alive. We'll lower it a little bit for you.
Mine didn't go down much, and I'm not married, and I don't have kids.
Hmm.
I mean, it was a little, but it wasn't like the way everyone was talking it up. It was basically going to be fucking free by the time we're streaming now. There's my
That's right.
F-bomb for the day.
God, you piece of crap, dude.
I know.
Wash your mouth out with soap.
God,
I might as well just
like you're damaging this eye.
I
God.
know. I might as well just freaking jump in a dumpster because I'm just a garbage person.
So I guess the big question is, do we continue the campaign or we start a new one? Because now I gotta figure out a way to get you guys together. But don't worry, I got it figured out. But
I don't believe you.
well, sort of. It's all coming together right now.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Where's that
I mean,
Francisco at?
hey, we already derailed the campaign. I mean, I don't think there's no coming back to that.
We are. I just got too excited about the level up.
Didn't
That's
even
right.
get to use it.
Didn't even get to use it.
There you go. Have level 7.
The homebrew thing that I got level 7 was a little bit OP.
Getting psyched about his level up and then dies immediately.
Everyone's
So,
trying to
I think I
get
found
down
it.
and level up.
I think I found it in my Google Drive.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna plug my head. That good? Can you hear me?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a weaker, crappier version. So like I get it. Let's see. Let me read it. Rise from the ashes, starting at 6th level, firing into law. Units face defeat. Try a roar.
There he
Yeah, back.
is.
Sorry.
Welcome back.
Did you do something exciting?
I was just watching my wife suck at Valorant.
That's what you used your entire break on? You didn't get a drink or anything? You just-
No, I got a drink. I was just watching her play.
So I get it. It's a short rest. It's a short rest, and you get like a big one.
Read it to me.
Once let's see, you reduce to 0 hit points. You can use your reaction to draw on the Spark of the Phoenix. Instead, reduce to 1 hit point. Each creature within a 10 feet of you must do Dex saving throw. I think that's if I'm on fire. You take damage equal to your sorcerer level plus your charisma modifier. On a failed save, blah blah blah. Oh, here it is. If you use your feature under the effects of Mantle of Flame, you regain hit points equal to your sorcerer level plus your charisma modifier, blah blah blah. Oh, nope, long rest.
Yep.
Even then, like, if you take damage equal to your total hit points, you'd still just be dead.
True that.
Say something, Eric.
Hello.
Say something again.
Hello.
Holly says you're quiet, or you're loud, and everyone else is quiet.
Oh,
One more.
well, hello.
Okay.
My headset's so amazing.
All right. You're just loud.
You're showing me dropping them F-bombs so loud.
I know.
Get
Sorry.
outta
So,
I
back to the
know,
campaign.
fucking- I did-
Our party was in a castle of the lizard folk. Things went dark. Things went bright first, then things went dark. You've all woken up somewhere strange. Finn and Shiro, you're on a big pile of bodies, and a couple imps come by and start dragging you. Your naked bodies away. They drag you. Everything's really foggy, and so it's sort of like, well, it's like foggy, and so you can't quite make out certain objects, but you can see the occasional thing go flying overhead. It's very red here. It's very hot. Yeah. You get the feeling you've been here before. And they drag you along the dirt, the rock and the dirt, and it's painful. But they haul you in. You hear a couple doors open up, and you can see your like side of a cave, basically, sort of Petra-like, where you got like this building built out of a rock. And doors open up, and they drag you in. Your sight's starting to kind of come to, and you enter a big foyer, grand room, pillars on each side. A very familiar looking room. You've been here before, in Balas's temple.
Yeah. Which he's not here.
They drag you all the way through there, through a couple double doors. You pass down a long hallway, and you see a couple folks, a couple little imps and incubuses and succubuses all around. A couple of them come up and poke you with little sticks. It hurts a lot. It doesn't kill you. And they're dragging you along, and they drag you through the room where all the cages were. That you guys released some prisoners, where
Can I stand myself up yet?
you're being dragged.
Okay.
You don't seem to have any control over what your body is doing
Okay.
right now.
Yep.
They drag you through the like a big cave where you've been before as well. You can hear lava, you can feel it.
Yeah.
You can see the light from
Can I
it.
try to like produce flames?
You don't have because you can't speak. You've got no control over anything right now.
Can I see the runes on my body? Do I still have those runes?
You roll a perception. See how well you can crane your head.
Oh yeah, 9.
You're not sure. Not sure if you have or not. So you get dragged all the way in, and you go into. Remember the room where the crack in the realities was a long time ago? This big altar type room.
Yeah.
They drag you in there, and they set you up. And standing in front of you is Balas. And he's standing in his altar room, and he sees you, and he says, "I've been waiting for this day. You served me poorly, and I will enjoy this." And he goes and he starts whipping you, both of you.
Okay.
Oh.
We'll go to Rook. Rook, it's all
Jokes
hazy,
on him, I like it.
and you hear a voice in your head, and you hear, "It's good to see you, but you're not finished yet."
What?
It's a very familiar
No.
voice, a voice you are quite comfy with.
Okay.
And
Am I naked too, or do I have?
you are.
Great.
What do you want to do? You're just laying on the ground, dark red, black trees all around.
I look. I hear the voice. Is that? What? You never told me your name.
My name is not important, but your quest is.
What is my quest?
Francisco.
Wow,
You
man.
don't know the quest either.
So, actually, let's go to Bert first.
Okay.
Well, Francisco, what do you want to do? You are out in the open, nothing all around you, just
You
empty.
said in the sea, like in a vast sea.
Like you're just laying on the ocean. It's
Can I move?
when you guys were here in the astral sea before. That's what it looks like. Yep, you
Can I
can
move?
you can gather yourself, stand up. You are naked,
Okay.
and you were just standing out in the open.
Is there anything visible at all?
Nope.
Near me? Okay,
Nothing.
well I'll just start. What happens if I pinch myself?
It hurts.
It hurts, okay. So I just start walking in one specific direction.
Okay. You splash, splash,
Okay.
splash as you're walking along
Yep.
the water. Bert. Todicus is standing there and welcomes you. She's just staring at you.
Like, I don't
This is her
I
chance.
know.
You're looking at your god right now.
Yeah.
Your buddy. I
Todic-
don't remember what her name was, but we're
Todicus.
gonna call her. We'll call her Sir. We're not gonna call her that. Simi. We're gonna call her Simi. I almost did it. My phone wasn't very crazy. Simi is sitting there next to you,
Simi.
and she's standing there with you, and she's got her hand around your shoulders and says, "It's okay, Bert. It's really her."
Am I dead? That's all I gotta say. I don't know what to say.
Todicus looks at you and
Todicus.
she kind of
Wow.
cocks her head and says,
Oh man.
"Death is a strange word.
I need
You're
to
with
finish
me
my
now."
mission. But I need to finish my mission. I haven't finished my quest.
What quest was that?
My friends. What about them?
Who were your friends?
Jack? Finn? Shiro? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiro. And
You don't even know their
Glad
names.
you
I was like, "You're-
Glad you've been paying
those are
attention.
strange friends. You don't know their names."
It's my best friends. The guy with the bow, the guy who lights himself on fire, the guy with the ashy skin. You know.
Oh man.
She says, "Give me a moment." She kind of looks around. Says, your friends are not where they used to be. If
can I look upon the island that I'm not at any?
you want to see where you came from,
Yeah, that'd be nice.
okay. And all of a sudden, in your mind, produces. You're quite familiar with the map. You're the cartographer. You were drawing the map all along, and so the map before, if you remember it, just kind of a big circle basically. There's a crater in the eastern side of the map, which you're quite familiar with, which is there before. A bunch of scorpions kind of gathered in there. Southwest corner, where you once were, is basically a bay now. Just a circle cut out of it. Water's all in there now. It's a bay. A pretty nicely smooth cut bay. You also see, it's almost like you are flying above. You're in an airplane looking down. You can see this above. You switch the map just to that, and you can see the land. Pretty much all the land west of the mountains is just black. And she says, "You can stay with me if you wish, but I can sense you like to be with your friends. I can do what I can, but if you want to go back with them."
I would love to go back with them.
Oh.
I don't do this often, but I will need something from you.
What is it?
Your soul.
Fungus.
Soul already belongs to her.
Yeah.
Says, far too few know of my name.
You're gonna have to ride a bike for the rest of your life.
And
Wait, what?
Have you heard the
Oh.
good news?
you lived a life, spoke my name twice your entire life. I need more
You're
from
gonna have
you.
to be a cleric. All gods need a payback.
Whatever you wish.
Okay. So be it. She snaps her fingers. Everything goes black. And you're falling. And you're falling. And you're falling. And you slam into the ground. It's very red. It's very hot. You have your sight. And you can see there is winged, red, very large winged devils flying over your heads. You look over and there's just bodies just laying everywhere. You're in a terrible, terrible place. You see little imps hopping around, fire everywhere. Over to your left, you look, and there is this like cliffside with a building sort of etched out of it. Doors are open, and you see a very attractive-looking succubus standing at the door, and she's staring at you. She looks around and starts running over to you.
I quickly pick myself up.
Okay.
And I'm gonna fight back.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my best.
You are naked. She's going to grab her whip at her side and just whap it at you. And you just get slams you. You take, like, your body basically just slices in half. And you crumble to the ground.
She whipped it good.
And she goes up, she grabs your arm and starts dragging you along. So you feel this immense pain in your chest. And this open wound is just open and festering and feeling terrible. But she's dragging you along.
Never gonna mention Toticus again.
Rook.
Hello.
So she tells you
Wow.
your quest. What do you think your quest is?
I don't know.
You have served me so long.
How
For
old
what
is this
reason?
character supposed to be?
I didn't have anywhere else to go.
I picked you up when you needed me.
Thanks for that.
He doesn't sound.
That's what I need from you.
What's that?
I need you to pick others up when they need help.
Well, I did try. Am I dead?
No.
Oh,
You just
all right.
traveled. Come to see me. Again, this is all just happening in your head.
Okay. Well, so I'm not done then.
You're not.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll be on then.
Okay.
That's it.
Did you have somewhere you wanted me to go?
Go wherever you want.
I feel like a meeting with a god is.
I've just watched. And I'll continue to watch.
Could I maybe have some clothing?
Why do you need clothing?
Well, it's gonna be a bit cold.
I don't
As
need
you can
clothing.
see.
I was in the pool. I just say, "Is this something specific you need from me? I'm glad that you basically gave me something to do after I no longer had anything to do. But I made friends and I don't know where they went. And then I
That's a
met some
strong
other
word.
people. They seem alright. But I don't know where they are either now.
Oh, I saw them.
Which way should I start walking to get to either group of friends, really?
Just pick yourself up and just start walking.
Maybe some shoes.
She doesn't laugh
You're
at
going naked back into the world.
She doesn't what?
that. She doesn't laugh at that. That was me.
Well, it wasn't meant as a joke.
You start hearing this voice is all in your head, but you start hearing it as if it's out there as well.
What is around me?
Lots of dead trees. You're just laying on your back, staring up.
Can I sense Fip anywhere?
Nope.
So I say, what about Fip? What happened to him?
Pip's not around anymore.
Oh man.
That's very sad.
I can give you another.
I really liked Fip.
I can name one Fip.
V2.
That'll work, I guess. Will he look like Fip?
If you want.
All right.
You just
Can I-
laying there
can
staring
you-
up, staring up.
Yeah. I stand up.
Okay.
And
You
I
hear
say,
this voice from behind you.
I turn around.
So don't look at me.
Are you naked too?
I am.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right.
So as you're standing up and looking around, you are in. It's a very twisted and dark forest. This seems, like you went into the Druid forest before, and it was kind of twisted and dark. But this is like not a. The trees are all twisted and burned. There's no leaves. Everything's dead. The ground is red. You see a bunch of rocks. You don't hear any birds. There's no life here.
This isn't exactly where I thought I'd meet you. First time it was in a very nice, very alive forest.
This was once alive.
Why isn't it now?
I don't know.
Well, that's a bit concerning. What do you do exactly?
I seek out those that need help and I help them. Just in return for small services.
Looks like you're gonna be on a bike the rest of your life.
What kind of small services?
I want you to wear a button up.
I think once you meet your friends, you'll know what your job is.
All right. Can I have Fib?
Okay. And then blink, a little crow pops up on your shoulder.
It's a raven, sir.
Crow, raven, same thing.
It's a baby raven.
I try to go into his vision.
Okay. Yeah.
Does it work?
Yeah.
I tell him to like fly around.
You can sense that this crow, you can get like a sense of his feelings, because it's a. Does it have a I don't remember how familiars work. Maybe not. Never mind. It's not a real animal, right? It's just a conjuration of.
This one is an imp that shapeshifts into a raven.
Right this time.
So you see through his eyes, and it seems to work. Seems loyal.
I send him up above the tree line to see if there's.
Okay, so he flies up. You are in the small forest, what it appears. As you fly up, he does get a bit of a glimpse at your god. And roll me a perception for him real quick. He flies up.
For me, because I'm still through him.
Yeah, well for you.
Okay.
You fly up above the forest, and he sees there's this massive lava river flowing through. It's red rocks, dark black skies. Occasionally, you just what was it?
14.
Okay, so you can't get much of her, and you just get her head, but you just get this like her hair is just like flailing around. It almost looks like it's snakes. Like she's not a pretty thing like you may have envisioned maybe a deity to maybe have been, but she's strange looking.
I don't even know she's a deity, really.
You recognize the voice.
Well, yeah, but I don't know that she's a deity or just some powerful being.
Yeah. So you fly up, you got a large river flowing through. There seems to be a very large city off in the distance. And then not too far away, you do see a cliffside, just kind of the east of the city. And there's a big cliff on the side, and there's some sort of construction built out the side of it.
I come back into... Am I level 7, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have 1 hit point right now, and you have no spells.
Okay. I send Fip as like keep going further.
Okay. So Fip is flying, soaring through the air. You start making out shapes in the skies, and there are these red demons. Clearly, had horns on their heads, massive wings, flying around in the sky.
I come out of it real quick and I say, what are those about?
It's just the neighborhood.
Seems like it's a bad neighborhood.
It certainly is. You could do something
But
about
you
that.
live here. Would you like me to?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll see what I can do. You live here, though.
I do.
Did you live here when the forest was alive?
I did.
Do you know what killed it?
I did.
Well, that's concerning.
Why does that concern you?
Well, the preservation of life tends to be a nice thing. I realize that maybe you're preserving my life right now, which is kind of a nice thing, but why would you kill an entire forest?
Why not? If I have that power. You will have that power soon. You already have some of that power.
I don't know if I'm interested in using that power for killing entire forests.
You're a very odd warlock, you know that, right?
Makes for an interesting character.
Forest
Should've played a druid.
served me, and it still serves me.
What is it you want exactly?
I already said. Help others.
Which others?
Anyone in need. Strike down those who do not need.
Well, that sounds okay. I could do that, I guess. Alright, well...
Your friends are over there. Straight
I'm not
ahead.
looking at her.
Yeah.
Straight ahead.
Straight. You get the image of a finger pointing in your mind. Walk that way.
I hope you don't mind, I accidentally got a glimpse of your hair. It looks a bit wild.
I told you not to look at me.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Oh
Fip
man,
did
now
it.
he's gonna get smited.
Yeah, now he's.
Now he's dead.
Do not speak of it again.
Alright. Fair enough. I'll just be going. And I will start walk. How far away is Fip at this point?
He's a couple thousand feet. He's way out there.
Okay, I go back into him.
You can't see through him that far away.
I can now because I'm level 7.
Ah, okay.
And I
So
see what he
Fip
sees
is
ahead of me.
weaving and bobbing. He's clearly keeping his distance from those flying things.
Okay, he's invisible.
Yeah. He's also getting
Okay.
looked at.
Okay, so I come back out of it and I say, "Oh, wait a minute. There's things flying up there. They can see Fip. Are they going to hurt Fip, or are they other friends of yours?
They are no friends of mine. Stay away from them.
Okay. Are there any on the ground? Should I
Yes.
be worried when I...
You're in the
What?
9 hells. Of course they're here.
Holy crap, why didn't you tell me that to begin with? How do I get out of the 9 hells? I don't want to be here. This is not where I want to be.
Do what I ask, and I'll get you out.
Well, I started walking.
Start walking.
Okay. Start walking. Tell Fip to come closer to me, away from those things, but try to stay above the tree line so he can tell me if there's anything in my path.
Okay, so he comes back and he says it's pretty clear here. There's some folks outside. There's a construction off to the side in the caves, which is where she seems to have directed you. And there is a few folks outside there right now. They are dragging. Looking through Fip's eyes, right? You see.
I was going back and forth because I can't walk and do it. So.
Okay, so you back and forth, and one of the times you pop back in, you see a succubus who is got a frogman. Actually, I guess you'll see it for effect. You'll see it as you pop in. You see the succubus with a whip in the air, and then slash this frogman, who just basically splits in half and crumples to the ground, and slowly start sealing back up as she grabs him and starts dragging him into the doorway.
Okay,
And
as I come back, I say, "Oh."
It kind of looks like Bert. But you remember Bert was covered in fungus. This guy is not covered in fungus. He's also looks like a younger frogman, but maybe maybe the son of Fip of
Hey.
Bert.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say sorry. I fixed the frog man in everyone else's face.
I come
Except
back
for us.
out of Fip's vision and say, "She who will not be named. What? Is there anyone here that's your friend?"
You don't get a response.
Hello.
Out of it now, boy. You're in the devil.
Nothing.
You're in hell now, boy.
Do I
Alright,
see?
well, hopefully don't kill any of your friends then, or they don't kill me and I come back here. I guess I don't know how this works exactly.
I see my
Looks real
lost friend?
dangerous. Maybe I'll see you again soon. All right, bye. I
It's
start walking.
hot. It's spooky. There's screams.
I send Fip down to look at the succubus and try to get a better look at the frogman because I've only known one frogman, so they all look the same to me at this point.
You frogman racist.
Frogman racist.
I've
All
only
frogmen
seen
look
one
the
my
same
entire
to me.
life.
Wait, is the bird invisible? That's so far.
It is invisible.
Dang.
1 second, I gotta check something real quick.
I'm waiting for that succubus to just reach up and grab that bird and break its little neck or something.
Well, I'm not getting it close. I'm not getting it within whip range.
Just checking something real quick.
You always gotta be back in the 9 hells.
Why didn't it bring me to like Jack's place, man? It'd be way better than here.
You were in your own little frog heaven. And you're like,
Yeah,
what?
you went
This
to
is the
frog
worst.
heaven.
Get me out of here.
Yeah.
You got the best
No,
of all of them.
Yeah,
You
you
had it
basically.
great.
Yeah, I mean it is the best, but
Thanks,
still,
God, but can I go back to hell?
Thanks, God. You think you could send me to hell though? It's way too cold up here.
Seems interesting down there. I don't know.
You've been here before.
The succubus is not paying attention to Fip. Doesn't seem to eye it in any way. Roll me an intelligence check.
Uh, 18.
Your figure is called Tired Commoner.
Why is it called? Why did I want to change his name? Yeah, it's got to be a relative of Bert's. I mean, it could be Bert with underneath all that stuff, but it's got to be a cousin. You know how frogmen work. Maybe he's a son or a daughter. He can't really tell. It's naked, so it's clearly a boy. Frogman, maybe. Do frog ladies have teeth? How does that work?
How far away is it? How far away is Fip from me now?
It's about 1,000 feet.
Jesus. I have 1 hit point and no spells.
Right.
Oh, I don't even have a spell focus. I can't even cast cantrips.
You are naked.
Somehow I'm still using FIP though, so that works out well for me. I guess that's a different kind of thing.
Yeah, that's an innate ability.
I'm looking around for anything that I can use, and I'm just yelling out, "How? I can't actually do anything.
You're just yelling?
I can't help you." Yeah.
I should have for Finn, and I say.
To she who will not be named. I can't serve you without anything at all.
You
I
are.
should have for Finn and
He's.
Hero and.
You are. You're in so much pain and distracted by what's going on, David. You don't hear that. There's screams.
I don't hear it.
There's screams everywhere. This whole place is just filled with screams of
Yeah.
terror and unpleasantries. Rook, you're walking along and there is a dead body laying to the side. It's all tattooed up. It's something. You're looking for something. There's something.
I check it out.
Okay.
What can I get off there, DM?
It is a a
Hold
lizard
on, let me
man.
get my inventory pulled up here.
It's a lizard man. He is naked.
He's naked.
He is naked, but he is a lizard man. And as you're looking at him, you look up and you realize there's a lot of bodies falling through the air. You realize they look like little comets coming through the air and then slamming on the ground their bodies.
Hallelujah, it's raining men.
Flying all around this place, there's just bodies falling. Jack. You're standing there, you're just walking. Feels like you've been walking for an eternity. You're just walking forever. Not tired, just walking. All of a sudden... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say out loud, like, hello?
Okay.
Look for something.
All of a sudden, it goes dark for a second. And then you get that haze again. It's all really, really hazy, but you can start making out there's a face in front of you. It's kind of grayish, basically just being black and white. It's kind of a grayish face. And you can make out the one face right in front of you, and you can see there's another one off to the side a little bit. The one looking at you, looking straight at you, you can start seeing her black eyes. You can make out it's her. It's got some hair, and starting to kind of come to. And she says, "I can bring you back, but I need to know if you would serve me." It's a gentle female voice.
Okay.
A little bit of a rasp in there, I suppose, but mostly female, gentle voice.
Like a Scarlett Johansson type voice.
I say, who are
Number
you?
one, fellas. Number one.
Someone who needs your help.
What do you need from me?
I need to know if you will serve me. And you get the sensation you're not in the astral sea anymore. You're just laying on your back. As well, you're not laying on your back because you can't see your body, but you are just staring up. And you can start making out there's a blue sky over your head.
Nice to know we're all having to like sell our souls these days.
I say,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm like, where am I?
So as time starts going by, it's still really hazy, but you kind of start making out some faces, or a face. You can see her black eyes, elven features, gray. She's got white hair, and looks kind of like Alzira, but she's not old and decrepit like Alzira once was. She looks young.
Okay. I go asking. I say, where am I?
It doesn't matter. Answer my question.
Depends. I say. I need power.
That can be arranged.
Okay. Then perhaps I'll follow you. No, actually, I will if you give me the power that I need
What power is that?
to defeat any kind of foe that I need vanquished.
Oh man, superpower.
Mm-hmm.
I need more than you. I need your friends.
My friends?
Shiro,
What do you...
Finn, Bert. Strange one.
think he's talking
I
about
say...
me.
or the frog. I say, where are they?
I can't figure that out. I can't find them. Things are starting to come clear, and you are, again, you can kind of look around. You can't see your body. You can see a very attractive gray elf, moon elf, standing, and looks like Alzira. It's just a younger version of Alzira.
Right.
It's very hazy kind of around, like smoke all around and hazy, you know. And you kind of make out there's another person there. It's also gray elf, but dark hair, gray eyes.
I look at that person.
Okay.
I say, who are you? Do they respond?
It's Lorius.
Oh, it's glorious.
We need your help, Jack.
Jack.
At this point, my head is all kinds of confused.
Yes.
So
Almost
the
like your head's not on your body.
Yeah. So Jack is just utterly confused. I say, look, I don't know what's going on. I got transported here somehow, and I'm trying to go back. And if you can't offer me any kind of help, then I will have to find another way to get out of here.
I can bring you back. Just answer the question. Yes or no?
It's not just a yes or no question. Fine, I'll take the bait. Yes.
Okay. All of a sudden, everything goes black. And you wake up.
Dead Ranger.
You wake up.
And what?
You wake up.
I wake up.
You are
Oh,
lying.
true resurrection.
You're lying on a bed. You're naked.
Okay.
And you're in a room. There's like potion bottles and alchemy tables, all kinds of stuff going on along the side wall. As you look around, you can see there's Alzira. You've seen her before, but she looks very young. Like she was like a 500-year-old elf. Now she's like 20. And she sees you. She's walking back. You've been gone a long time.
How long?
The lizard folks fell, I believe it was 2 years ago.
Snap!
Okay.
And you can see Lorius comes in, and she's carrying some clothes. She sets them down. All the time that you're in here, you can. She's a very attractive moon elf, Alzira, but I mean, she's got a bone necklace. There's a skull there, and you get this sense of, like, you knew she was a necromancer before, and she certainly is still a necromancer.
Okay.
She says, "We need to
I'm sure-
find your friends. I have a very important task."
Well, lead me in the direction and let's get to it.
We must figure out where your friends are. They may respond to you. I fear they would not listen to myself.
Exactly how are we gonna do that?
That's the reason you're here. Come with me.
Okay.
Lorius hands you the clothes.
Yeah.
And it's just a kind of a commoner suit. You can notice as you're putting it on, there's a hole in the chest. There's a bit of blood all around it, but it covers your body.
Okay.
And,
yeah, I follow.
And she leads you down a hall, and a couple lefts right and in through a room, and there is a bunch of runes inscribed all around on the floor. There's a big podium on one side with a book open. Give me a perception check real quick.
Okay. 17.
Okay, so that first room you're in with all the alchemy tables and all the bottles, you can tell she's been busy brewing something up. There's one ingredient was marked unicorn blood in a bottle.
Oh man, that stuff's hard to get.
There's
Been there, done that.
you can see
Oh, I
something mentioned
remember
about a wyvern mentioned in another one. Just a bunch of different potions, and she's got a book open. Can't quite make out what it says, but
Okay.
she's clearly been very busy. She leads you down into the room, and you got all the runes set out. And she says, "I need you to contact your friends and find out where they are."
Okay.
She says,
How do you want me to do
get in the
that?"
circle."
Do it.
I say, look, whatever's happened has happened,
She
but
says, "Get in the circle." She pulls out a scroll out of her belt. She says, "Give this to Finn. He's not as worthless."
Ouch.
I grunt and I take the scroll and I get in the circle. I say, we're gonna kill you if you do something wrong.
Yeah, sure.
I
She just brought you back to life. You should be thankful, dog.
Yeah, she looks at you and she kind of cocks her head and says, "You're mine now."
we'll see about that.
She
All
says, she grabs another scroll and she hands it to you and says, "Think of Finn or Shiro or the Frogman, and just just imagine them in your mind and ask them where they are." Who do you think of, and what do you say?
I'll think of Finn and I'll say, where are you?
Then you hear that in your mind.
Okay.
This is as you're sitting you're still sitting in the temple, getting whipped by Ballas.
Okay. Good. Damn, 2 years. This guy's got some good endurance.
It's all timey-wimey, wibbly wobbly stuff.
Yeah. At this point, I'm enjoying it. 2 years.
Yeah, do it again.
I'm like, come on, whip me harder.
But yeah, that's what I asked.
So I hear that.
Yep.
Can I respond to him in my mind, kind of thing?
You can do what you want with it.
I'll respond to him
Out loud.
Verbally?
in my mind.
Okay.
Does he hear that?
I hear that?
You do not.
I do not.
Say it out loud.
You don't know that he didn't hear it.
Yeah, you don't know.
I'll do a double take. One in the head, no response after a second, and then I'll say, "I'm in the 9 hells."
Do I hear that?
Yep, you do hear that. And then you hear
Oh,
a sound of a crack, and then you hear her scream
Ooh.
as Shiro is getting whipped. You hear
like a
Shiro's
yeah.
scream, who's sitting right next to Finn.
I'll keep. I say in my mind, I say I'll keep it short. Alzira brought me back to life. It's been 2 years, and we're trying to get you guys out of wherever you are.
Alzira looks at you and is like, "All right, one more time. Ask them where they are, specifically." And she hands you the scroll.
Okay. I say, well, you pretty much told me, right?
Well, I told you I was in the 9 hells. If you want specifics, I can give you specifics.
I say, where are you, so we can get you out?
We're in Ballas's temple in the 9 hells, the one we closed the portal at.
I'm just like, God. I relay that to Alzira.
Okay. She says, "Well done. Exceeded my expectations." she starts going through a chant. And Lorius comes in and starts helping her somewhat, but mostly just kind of, she's starting to set up some sort of a ritual. And after a little while goes by, she walks up to you and puts her hand on the ground, and the runes start glowing all around you. And she says, Aerolus will help you. Get them back. And all of a sudden, the runes start glowing real bright, and in a flash, you're gone. And white light, you come to, and you're sitting in, it seems like a little cave. It's where you're at right now. It's very hot. You get the smell of sulfur, the smell of rotting flesh. You've been here before. You know this place.
Oh. Yeah.
And you're sitting in a cave. There's runes all around you that are starting to dim down all around you. And no one's there. But there is a very small cave, and it seems like it goes out into, from what you can tell, very red out there.
All right. And I don't notice anyone around me?
Nope.
At all?
Nope.
Okay. I start to walk out.
Okay. As soon as you cross that threshold of going outside, it's red, it's hot. You never went outside this part in hell before, but you can clearly tell it's red skies. You see bodies falling from the sky. You, as soon as you step out, you look over and you see this, it's like a goat face, these tentacle hair standing in this like dead forest. And she has like her top half is a goat and her bottom half is, looks like human, but she's got hooved feet. And she looks at you and she says, welcome. What brings you here?
I'm looking for my friends.
Aren't we all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, have you seen, I describe Finn, I describe Shiro, I describe Frogman, I describe Rook.
She says, one of them serves me.
Okay.
Oh man.
And where
What do you want with him?
I need them back.
He's not done with he hasn't finished his task yet.
I need them back.
He needs to finish his task.
God damn it.
No
Look.
cursing.
Psst, he doesn't know what his task is.
I'm a friend of his and I need to know where he is. Whether his task is complete or not, I need to make sure that he's alive.
She looks up. He's over there.
Okay. What was the name?
Aerolus.
Airless?
Mhm.
Airless?
Do you say it out loud?
Yeah, I say, do you know anyone named Airless?
I do.
Who would that be, and where are they?
You're looking at her.
Ah. I was told that you would help me.
You were told wrong. Why would I help you?
I don't know, that's what I was told by Alzira.
You know Alzira?
Yeah.
She sent you here.
Yeah.
She's been a good servant.
A servant?
What does she want?
She's the one that sent me to retrieve my friends, and then I describe Rook being one of those people from the group.
Okay. You
You trust?
I can get you back. I need ballast removed.
Yeah, don't we all?
She's a jerk. Why wouldn't she offer me that? I'm just
Look,
you're like
walking
you're-
aimlessly through dead trees right now.
You're just like because you're a guy who doesn't know what he's doing, and Alzira's like a very clear, focused.
Look, it's not gonna be easy to retrieve them. Obviously, we're in hell. I need some type of weapon or something to help me get them back.
She kind of looks you up and down. What do you want?
Give me a longbow to start with.
She kind of looks around.
Hopefully a magical one.
And you can just, she's just sitting in a forest, but it's just a dead forest. The ground is blackened and red. Trees are all black and twisted. But as she turns around and looks, and you can see against you're all against kind of a cave wall here. There's just bodies just sort of lying in a corner. Some of them have weapons. Some of them look like heroes, like adventurers.
What? How come I didn't see these?
You're
I
not
looked
a,
all over for some clothes.
you know, you didn't look the way that she was.
Yeah.
She said, "Don't look at her." And he's looking that way.
I hate this lady.
And she says, "Go get whatever you want." And so you walk. As you look over there, there's a dozen bodies. There's plate mail. There's leather armor. There's a couple bows. There's some swords.
Well, okay. Would you say that I can pretty much get
She says,
the
"Cross
same
me."
set-
She says to you, and
Oh.
this will be you here.
I've already died twice, I think. I don't. Okay. Yeah. Of course. I grab whatever I need. Longbow, armor.
Okay.
Pretty much the equipment I had, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you can get the basic stuff.
Yeah, the basic stuff.
Mhm.
Okay.
These people you're tearing stuff off of, they all are geared out just like you guys were with adventuring armor. You don't see any sort of like symbols on them, but they all just seem like just sort of a mismatch of different races. They're mostly human. There's some elves. There's a dwarf in there.
All right. I say. Is there anything else you can assist me with?
Just deal with that devil, and I will send you back.
Okay. Do I meet you here after I've?
I'll be here.
Okay.
If you return, you will join them.
How long after I started walking away has he shown up?
You don't know?
Okay. Does he hear me yelling? That's why I'm asking.
He doesn't.
Okay.
That's a done deal. I'll be on my way then. And I head off to the direction that she mentioned.
You start walking, and you can see there's things flying around, like I described before. There's a big city in the distance. You can see the structure that she sort of mentioned with the rock fortress-looking thing.
Right.
Give me a perception as you are walking out.
Okay.
Ooh.
21. Yes.
Okay. So there's a lot of bodies laying everywhere. You can see the occasional incubus and succubus. There's a lot of imps everywhere. There are these flying things, which I can't remember the name of, but they're just sort of flying over your heads all over. You do see, looks like just a human, naked, up in front of you, a ways up there, just walking, stopping for a minute, and then walking some more, and then stopping, which you find peculiar.
You said
He's got
just a
pointy
human.
ears.
Are you an elf?
Just a
You're a half elf,
I'm a
aren't you?
half-elf. Yeah.
Half elf.
Oh, I see you. Okay. That's why I was confused.
You don't really gather
Look
that
like a
though.
human, though.
Human with pointy ears, but yeah, you can't really
Human
tell that.
pointy ears.
He's a long ways off and he's naked.
And
He's
lanky.
like- I mean, I go towards that direction.
So, and then he's also starting to shout. He's been shouting, but
Yeah.
you can
Surprised none of
start
these guys come get him.
making it out.
Oh, and I say, Rook.
What? I turn around.
Um,
What? Hello?
And all in the meantime, as this is happening, you can see Frogman just getting dragged in through those doors.
oh, okay, I see that too. All right.
Yep, and you start seeing that.
Yeah, I catch up.
Please shoot him.
I catch up to Rook, and
Oh,
I pretty
hello,
much
Jack.
It's good to see a friendly face for
Why are
once.
you down here?
What a day!
Yeah,
What a day! It's been crazy.
I'm the only one down here that's not been tortured. I'm just walking around.
I explain everything to Rook. I say, look, it's been 2 years since whatever happened,
That's
and
a long time.
Alzira brought me back. Now she sent me here to retrieve Finn and everyone else. And I met someone named, what was it, Airless?
Mm-hmm.
And I describe her, and I'm like, this is what she looked like, and this is what she said, and now we need to deal with Ballas so that we can go back.
Do I piece together that he talked to my patron? Because she told him that I was serving her, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah,
I would piece that together then, wouldn't I?
Roll an intelligence, just make sure.
She mentioned that she was one of
1 1 1 1 1 1. Dang it.
Yeah. If it's not her, it's one of her. Maybe she has some people.
Okay, I turn around and goes, you say her name was Aurelius? Aurelius?
Airless, yeah, something like that.
She didn't tell me her name. But she told you, huh?
Yeah. And I'm like,
oh, that's disappointing. Where did you get your clothes?
Doesn't have. Well, I guess. Yeah, you got clothes too, right? Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Or did you just grab armor?
Well, he had clothes from above.
Right? Oh, right.
Yeah, they gave me that, but then I tried to grab some armor, which...
Yeah, you got leather armor.
Yeah.
You can have studded leather if you want studded leather. There's
Yeah.
some of that there also. Okay.
I am, if you didn't notice already,
That's what I want. I want
I'm
to
completely naked.
Oh.
And if I'm going to be of use to anyone, I'm going to need some things.
I mean, there were some stuff back there. I mean, I look around the bodies that have fallen. Are those all naked too?
Yeah. Everything that falls and lands is naked. But nothing's really fallen near you, though. You guys are still a little ways from Ballas's palace.
I'm like, the stuff I grabbed was from back there.
She told me not to look that way! Alright, well,
But
I'm pretty useless right now, but should I go back and get some things? I don't know.
I'll accompany you if you do, but
What?
we might wanna hurry this up and not
Well,
try to...
I know we might want to hurry, but all I can do is glare at someone should we come across anyone, so...
Look, I didn't like that lady.
She was very ominous with me.
Or whatever she was.
And don't you remember her saying if you come back without killing him, you're going to die? That was only like a minute ago.
Alright, if he points me in the direction, like maybe you can... I think I saw a frogman that could have been... It maybe was Bert. I couldn't tell for sure. If you want to scout ahead, I need to go back. Where was this pile of useful things?
I put my hands on your shoulders and I say, look, she will kill you if you go back there.
I don't think she will.
Okay. If you want to go back, you can go back, but I will scout the area and see if I can find a way for us to get in.
Okay, I call Fip down. I say, Fip's gonna stay with you.
Okay.
You won't
Raven
see
comes
him,
down,
but
lands
he'll
on-
be on your shoulder.
You feel a little pressure on your shoulder.
Okay.
That way I can find you. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, and I start walking back towards where he pointed the pile of crap.
Okay.
I don't know if Aurelius is there or not, but I'm not looking for her particularly.
Bert, you get dragged in. You go through the main hall. You've been here before. You fought your way through here before. And you get dragged in to where Ballas, where I told you where these two were. Those two aren't there anymore. And you are face to face with Ballas. And he looks at you and says, he looks at the imp that brought him in, or the succubus. Says, "Why have you brought me this worthless one? Get him out of here."
Worthless one.
And so she starts
Aw.
dragging you back and tosses you in just one of those cages that you go out the hall and in the cave, and it tosses you in a cage and locks the door, and you're in there with a bunch of other folks. There's a few lizard folks in there. There's a lot of humans. A lot of folks there. and Finn and Shiro,
Mm-hmm.
you eventually you fall unconscious with all the whipping.
Yeah.
And you
The 2 years worth of whipping.
2
you
years
finally
of
fall
work. Yeah,
unconscious.
finally.
you come
We did real
to
good.
eventually, and you can't move. You're strapped down, and there's a big basin in front of you, filled with water. Looks like, and you can see these like tentacles all sort of wrapped around. As you look down, you see there's a tentacle wrapped around your arm. And you look over, and you can see Shiro is also strapped onto like a mostly face up table. And there's a big tentacle like wrapped around his head, and he's unconscious. And you look over to the side, and you see there is a lizard man also in this room as well that's strapped down, and there's another human that's strapped down also.
And there's nothing else in here?
Nope, other than the basin. You've been in this room before. This is where you freed Zordimus. Or not Zordimus. Lenzerus.
Zordimus. Nice.
Zordimus.
That's a throwback right there.
Yeah.
Do I have any of my abilities?
Nope. You feel drained.
I had one light up left when I died. Do I get that?
You can try it.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Burn these straps, burn these tentacles.
Yeah, you light up, just erupt in flames, and you hear a squeal behind you as tentacles like wrap off of you, and the shackles are the bindings are not, they're just like leather straps. They're easy to yank free once they burn.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
I suppose I just like collapse out of this thing if I'm exhausted.
You are not feeling well.
I'll stand up slowly.
Okay.
Still on fire.
You see this beast behind you is just sort of this. It's like it was before. They sort of regrew this thing. It's a big a big, almost like a brain-looking thing with tentacles off of it, and they're wrapped around each of you. There's not anything on you anymore, but the other three have them wrapped on them.
I'll try to get Shiro out, just by like grabbing onto the tentacles with the fire, peeling them away.
Okay. So you got Shiro there next to you, and you've got the lizard folk, and you've got the other human female next to you.
Any of them look familiar?
Roll me a, was that intelligence? Intelligence check.
I need to move inside so that my dice doesn't roll off the top of the castle. Oh, 17.
No.
No. Okay. I'll just, with what's left of my energy, try to pull Shiro out of this thing.
Okay, give me a strength. Are you still lit up?
Yeah.
Okay, so you start
trying to like just sear this thing off.
You start seeing his skin boiling.
All right, I'll take a step back. I've got nothing. Without this fire, I'm like, I have no strength. I'm in the room. What's right outside this room?
Just a couple doors. Two double doors. So you can't see outside.
Because this place was pretty empty.
Before, it was, you remember this place before, there was a T section. And straight on out of this place takes you to the cages, the jail cells. And then further on is into the big cavern where Ballas is right now. The left goes, you didn't go that way. Right goes back to the armory where you fought the number 2. Ballas is number 2.
Which way to the portal that we came in here? When we came through?
Straight ahead.
Straight ahead?
That's where Ballas was. That's where you just came from.
Oh. No, not the original. The one that we used in Alzira's tower.
Where was that?
Because we came in, and we came in through like a library.
You're not sure where that was. I'm trying to think. When you came in...
Because that's how we exited, too.
It's been too long.
It has been a while.
We went into the portal. We ended up in a room. Then we opened the doors, and we were in like a library with some guys in there. And they were shocked to see us. We went out into another room after that, and we took a left and then a right, and then we fought that guy, and then after fighting that guy, we ended up in this room where we saved Lenzerus and everyone, and then took them back out.
Yeah, that room where that portal was is it was from the main entryway. It was upstairs.
Okay. I guess, damn. I will turn the fire off for now.
Okay. Those tentacles are starting to recoalesce and starting to make their way towards you.
Oh, they're making their way towards me?
They are now. They've got back when you burned them, and they're starting to reform and starting to make their way towards you.
I'm like across the room. Can they reach me?
I don't know. They're making their way that way.
I'm gonna leave the room.
Okay. You open the doors, and you've got a hallway straight ahead with a bunch of different cages, with slaves, something in those cages, and you can see even further. There's the cavern. You don't see any people around. We'll go back to Shiro. You start to come to, and you see the doors shut right as you come to. You're in a room. You've got an
Are they shut?
Did you not shut them?
No, I'm like
Okay.
standing there with the
doors
door
are open, and you see a naked.
En fuego.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He put the fire out.
Oh, okay.
You see a naked. It's a species you've only seen once before in your life, and only at very rare times.
Oh yeah, I haven't switched back yet.
You know, it doesn't have much of a form, but it's humanoid. Could be Finn. Across the way, you see a lizard folk, and next to that lizard folk, you see a female, who is Lunai.
Lunai.
Lunai's in here. I
What?
got Lunai with that.
What?
Oh
She can
man.
stay and rot in here.
Man, that was a big ass rate. Big goodness on there.
I'm gonna just try to
That was
get
a
out.
big goodness radio.
You are strapped down. There's a tentacle on your head, and there's some leather straps holding you down. And you can just feel. You see your runes on your body are just pulsing.
I'm gonna try to produce flames to burn the straps.
You go to cast your cantrip, and it just nothing.
Can I like try to strength just rip them?
You could try.
Yeah, I'll try it. Do I need to roll at disadvantage or anything?
Just roll. I'll put your negatives in there on my own. Just give me what your number is. Finn, you hear a tussle behind you.
Strength save or just a strength?
Just strength, athletics. Athletics will work.
Athletics.
Mhm.
That's even better. 17.
Okay. Yeah, you're not getting free. You're just yanking, and Finn can clearly hear the rustling behind you.
Okay.
You look back and you see Shiro's awake. You see that Lunai is starting to come to.
Before I look back,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like standing in this door open. I'm looking down the hall.
Mm-hmm.
I look down at myself, and I see I'm like pale gray,
Yep.
with like gray hair.
Yep.
And I'll slowly just shift back into the elven form before I turn around.
Okay.
So my face is, I can like stun people with my
Yeah.
base form.
Turn around
I'll
and
slowly morph back and
you
then
see
turn
Shiro
around.
there. Shiro, you see Finn. Finn in elf form is right there.
I don't
Stay
have
like that,
anything
please.
From behind, I just look like a pale white guy.
I bet you got droopy butt cheeks.
Yeah.
The female human is finally coming to, and she's starting to shake, and she looks over at you, and she says, "You, help me. Please."
I don't. God dang! I don't have anything to help him. Out in this hall, is there anything? There's nothing. There's like.
It's just you're in a T section. Back into your room. Left is double doors. Right is double doors, and straight on is the doors are open. It goes into a bit more of a cavernous area, and you can see some cages on the right and the left, and then there's a opening at the very end of it, which is a ways down, that opens into. You can see some action going on out there. You see little imps prancing around, and you can feel the heat coming from in there as well.
Okay. I'll try to help Shiro get out.
Okay.
I don't have any of my cantrips either.
Mm-mm.
Man, I must be extra drained if I can't even cast a cantrip.
Almost like the arcane energy has been sucked out of you.
Yeah.
Do you still use a channeling thing, an arcane focus, don't you? As a
Me?
sorcerer?
No.
Really?
Sorcerers
No.
are innate.
I have innate magic. I don't need no books, no focus. I'll help him. I'll try to help him get out. Are the straps? Are there? They're like I can help. I can release the strap, right?
Yeah.
All right,
So
I'll just
takes a
release
minute
the strap.
to do it. Lunai behind you is saying, "Help me! I can help you. Get us out of here." Rook, you make your way back to the forest, and you hear a voice in your head. Why have you come back?
My friend told me I could find some gear over here.
What do you need?
I already told you. I need anything. I can do nothing like this. I can't even use the power you grant me.
You see a about that size a stick come rustling through the trees and lands at your feet. She says, "That is all you need. I know your power."
I reach down and grab it. Pick it up. I aim at a tree and try to Eldritch Blast it.
Yeah, you see it starts to. It takes a minute, kind of sputters a bit, and then woof, Eldritch Blast shoots out of the stick.
It's a wand. I got a wand.
And she says to you, "See, you are,
Stupefy.
you are powerful."
Avada Kedavra!
All right. Is there maybe some pants I could have?
Hey man, I tell you what, Harry Potter would have been way cooler if he would have went Eldritch Blast.
She says, "Pants will not help you in any way. Why do you need pants?
Well, you see, my bits are dangling.
Take pride in your bits. Get out there
Oh,
and help your
no.
friends.
But if I get looked at,
Get
I'm
out
gonna
there
fall over.
and help your friends."
All right. I'm gonna go Eldritch Blast things to death because that's all I can do now. You wouldn't happen to have any long rest potions or something? That'd be great.
Let me look at my.
You're very needy.
Well, I know
I'm
it
starting
might
to
be
question
different
our relationship.
for you, but you see, I've got this.
Go now before I
half-elven
change my
body.
mind.
Before you change your mind, thought we were friends.
We are friends now,
Well,
but
friends don't let friends walk around naked.
I'm a dangerous friend.
I don't know if I like that.
Oh,
Stick to your
man.
path.
Is that a pun? And I hold up the stick.
No, nothing comes back from that one.
No. Friends laugh at other people's bad jokes. And I turn around and start walking off again.
Okay.
And I look through Fip to see where he needs and walk that direction.
So, before we get to this, we probably should call it a day here because we're getting to
Okay.
the action bits. So,
Yeah.
Jack, you're walking along and you see there is a incubus and a couple imps sitting in front of this temple that's sort of carved out of the rocks, and they seem to be kind of in awe of all the things falling from the sky right now, and they're mostly just looking up at that. Occasionally, one will land over in it seems like a specific spot, and the imp will go run back and grab it and start dragging it in. So right now you're about 100 feet from there, and you're about 100 feet from the entrance. Finn and Shiro are in that magic room.
Right.
Rook, you're back at the forest, and Bert, you're locked in a cage with lots of other tortured souls.
This reminds me of the good old days when we had to like reconnect the party 5 times.
Yeah.
I want to go back to my own goddess. She's way better than here.
What are we looking at? What's it say?
What is that?
Spellcasting
read it.
focus.
Yeah, you've got it. It's a wand.
No, for sorcerers.
Oh. I didn't know that. So
You still gotta have a way to channel it. It comes from you, but you still gotta have a way to channel it.
Well, my Phoenix light up thing isn't a spellcasting focus thing.
Yeah, I would imagine that's similar to me being able to look through FIP, but
Okay, that's where we'll end.
Yes.
So next week we can
Wow. Okay.
Adventures in Hell for next week.
great.
Yes.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah, great times.
And we'll be back again Friday night. Monday night we'll be over on KZX's channel on
Woo.
you know,
Deft and dorky.
yeah, Deft and Dorky channel. Thanks for watching, and bye.